All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. You know, I was realizing that as my runs get longer in prep for this stupid marathon, I'm gonna have to start changing my daily routine because I'm not getting back. I'm barely getting back here in time for the morning show. Oh, I am already regretting this decision. I am not a runner. I do not want to do this. But
That's it, man. You are in it to win it now. You got this, man. You got
I
this.
guess. It is. My legs are so sore.
Yeah.
Anyways, got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
Fit as a fiddle. Craigie Ryder says fit as a fiddle. Craigie, I'm probably about as fit as maybe a cello or a bass. That's probably more accurate. Anyways.
Friends, quick look at our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. As you can see here, just a little bit in the green with some stuff with some news on there, but a lot of it gapping down to the red. I mean, everything you could possibly think of in the red side of things this morning. So, but before we hop on to that, let's take a look at our U.S. economic calendar. We'll dive into this list and everything that's on the red side of things this morning.
Yeah, very, very light. In fact, no real economic events today. We've got two Fed speakers. Well, only one that's scheduled with the time, with the New York Fed Williams speaking at 2:20 p.m. And then Barkin is supposed to speak. It's sort of odd that it goes onto the calendar without a time. I don't know what that means. Clearly, it's not some scheduled speaking engagement. Presumably doing a press conference or something. I don't know. It's odd that there's no time on that, which means there might be something interesting coming out of it. But, you know, tough to say, right? Because I don't have the time and I don't know the content. I also added on to there, I don't usually put the after hours stuff, but I don't think the U.S. President Trump has made a formal sort of speech. I assume this is from the Oval Office. Anyway, it's happening tonight at 9 o'clock. I put it in there because historically, Trump has not been good about just waiting for the press conference. He loves to get on social media and sort of give sneak peeks about what he might be talking about. Obviously, well, the tariffs went into effect today, at least in Canada. I assume that the Mexico ones did as well. I don't know. In Canada here, all the talk is about the across the board tariffs on 25% tariffs on all Canadian goods. And of course, the Canadian government saying that they will issue retaliatory tariffs of 25% on American goods, which, you know, I mean, it becomes an unbalanced equation, of course, because I think we import something like $130 billion worth of American goods, and our exports are some fraction of that. But in any event, I you know, be aware of it, because who knows, right? You sort of need to stay on the news today, just in case the White House, or, you know, people connected to the White House decide to try and you know, make a name for themselves and give us an advance notice of what may be discussed. So yeah, so it could be an interesting day, or it could be an absolutely nothing day from a news perspective. You know, I guess that's every day, like it's been for the last 5 weeks or so. So, you know, situation normal. It's snafu. You know that expression? Situation normal.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Anyways, all right. So there you go. So that's the economic calendar. We do have a couple of earnings that happened both last night and this morning that we can talk about, and of course, all the stuff that we're seeing in the gappers. You know, as typical, it's a reverse of yesterday. What was yesterday? It was all green coming into the pre-market, right? Carlos, our red gappers list was completely empty, and then look what happened once the market opened. Today, we are all red. I guess we'll wait and see what happens today when the market opens.
Yep, absolutely. So everything in the red this morning. Well, most of it in the red, except some tickers here. There are some of them. They're having some great news, like Walgreens got some good stuff going on. We'll dive into that. But yeah, let's take a look at this gappers list. We'll start with the first one. OKTA. So let's start there. OKTA this morning, we are up 13%, 344,000 shares traded. Typically not a great intraday trading ticker, but today they definitely got a nice pop. And then when you see a company doing 30% up when everything else is down, there's clearly something going on here that the market's like. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
They had earnings after the close yesterday. They were one of the companies that we were watching. They had a good quarter, beat their numbers by 4 cents on earnings, by about, I don't know, what is this? By about 13 million on revenue. It looks like they gave an upbeat forecast for the forthcoming year. So that's good. And analysts always love it when you beat the forecast. So much so that they actually got two upgrades this morning. With targeted price increases from around $100 to about $125. So analysts are feeling a little bullish on this. And yeah, it's seeing the benefit this morning. So there's the news.
All right, nice. As far as adding it to the list, I'm not sure. I mean, it's a hit or miss, really. Let me see what else is out there. Let me see what else we like this morning that can possibly trade a little bit better. Let's take a look at CAPR is next. So CAPR. What do we have going on here? Looks a little messy. We're up 10%, 361,000 shares traded. The daily, is that the daily? Yeah, the daily looks wild, man. This thing is just all over the place. Not a big fan of, based on what I'm seeing right now. Their float is I'm showing 40 million, so a little bit on the lower side. I might pass on this one, Peter. I'm not sure what the news is, but again, just don't like the daily. I don't like the flow on it. Might be one that goes on the back burner.
Yeah, it's one of the ones we typically don't do much with from a trading perspective. Capricor Therapeutics is the company. It's a biotech, and they got FDA approval of their submitted license seeking approval for something called Duramiocel. Duramiocel? Anyways, which is an investigational cell therapy for treating muscular dystrophy. So there you go. Anyways, they got FDA approval. That's why it's jumping this morning. We don't typically go near the biotechs because they are high risk. They're, anyways, look, some people have great strategies on them. I know we say this all the time, but they are definitely the high risk, generally low float type stocks. Capricorn fits into that bucket because they are sitting at a float of just under 40 million shares. So yeah, it's the type of stock that I usually avoid.
Yeah, same here. Moving on to the next one. Just two more in the green this morning, brought to you by TradingTerminal.com. These scanners here, Jenny, or Genius Sports is the actual name of the company. And it's just, it looks horrible. Up 7.2, pre-market actions really all over the place. Daily looks even worse. Again, I'm going to spend no time on this. So many better stocks for us to look at. I'm just going to move on, Peter, unless you have something to share on this.
I'll just tell you, they had earnings, good quarter, but yeah, not a nicely tradable stock.
Yep, brutal. Walgreens is up here 4.8, 1.5 million shares traded. So they got some pretty good news that's hovering. What did I do there? Oh, there we go, hovering around them. So today they're popping up a little bit. Normally this stock doesn't trade very well, but today we're seeing some decent volume this morning. Peter, what's driving them up today?
Yeah, so look, it's the rumor out there that they're very close to a deal to take the company private. There's an estimate, or everybody's been tracking, I guess, that there's a private equity firm called Sycamore that has put in a bid at about 11. They suspect that it's around $11.30 to $11.40 a share to buy the company and take it private. So that would be about a $10 billion deal if that went through, and which means we wouldn't see it trading here anymore. But it actually sort of makes sense to me. This has been very volatile in the last little while on the markets, and taking it private would remove the volatility. And I mean, I still think it's a good, profitable company. They've got themselves a good, strong niche in the market, and a business model that I think is not likely to go away anytime soon. So going private sort of makes sense for the company. I mean, it's less fun for us because it means it would be one less thing to potentially trade. But no real estimate as to when that deal is going to close. But the rumors that they're close is what's got it moving this morning.
All right, there we go. Again, a lot going on there, but as far as intraday trading, they're just brutal, so it won't be on my list. I'll keep it off for now. All right, that covers our gap up, right? So again, not a whole lot going on here. All the action obviously is on the gap down. You can see all the numbers here, all the tickers that are heavily gapping down this morning. Tesla down some more, Nvidia down some more. I mean, this is going to be a very, very fun day going into the market open when the heavy volume comes in. Peter, before we get to that gap down list, anything on the gap up that you like this morning that we haven't touched yet?
I'm a little late here, just trying to get my the platform open. I hadn't even done that, so I can't tell you what's gapping up or down. Give me a sec here, and I will see if any of the things I were watching are gapping up or if they're all gapping down. They're all gapping down, so we can handle
Everything's
them a
down,
little bit
yeah.
later.
Okay, sounds good, man. Let's jump into the gap down list, friends. We'll start looking at, let's do the first three or so, then we'll hop around. We know this thing goes in sectors, right? We got the quantum stuff that's down. Rigetti's up here leading the way. You got IonQ, you got some other ones. Then we also have crypto on the downside as well. You got a bunch of crypto tickers leading the way here. Hood, Clean Spark, you can see those there. Mara, MSTR, and then we have the semis, or the software stuff. SMCI is on here, not so much POTR, but you do have Nvidia, you have Tesla. Again, we'll do it by sector because that seems to be the ones that become the most volatile. But before we jump in there, let's look at Acorn, ACON. Clarion Inc. is leading the way. We are down 25%. Messy daily at the moment, hard to borrow. What's the float on this thing? I'm showing a very low flow. I can't confirm what it is here, but it shows that's extremely
Yeah.
low.
Oh man.
What is
I
it,
just
like
see like
3?
1,000,000 shares.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. So I'm not interested in that, man. I think we saw this yesterday as well. I'm not sure if we talked about it, but yeah, that's pretty bad. Has some volume yesterday. Let's see how it traded. I mean, it did 90 million shares yesterday. And if I look at this intraday action from yesterday, it doesn't look pretty at all. Looks like it halted a couple of times here. Yeah, this is really, where's the 90 million shares trade? I don't see that here. I don't know how they did 90 million yesterday. Right? I mean, do you see that? I don't know. Those are some funky numbers. Maybe after hours or pre-market. I don't like it, Peter. Any thoughts?
I agree that I don't like it. Yeah, we did talk about this yesterday. This is a commercial agreement they've come to with Scripps Health to leverage AI algorithms to identify biomarkers for physicians in the identification of chronic back pain. So, how exactly that works, I have no clue. But clearly, it's sort of, I don't know. It was very choppy yesterday on that news. I don't think today's trading is going to be any better. I don't. I think we just move on.
Yep. Yeah, let's move on from this. All right, let's take a look at SoundHound is this number 2 on here. So SoundHound, SOUN. We are down 13% right now, 5.3 million shares traded. So we're seeing some really good action out of this one. And look at the pre-market activity also on the 5-minute. Very, very active. Something came on here at, well, not came on, something fell off at 6:15. As you see in the drop here, started at that time. Did they have, is this like an earnings, or what catalyst was released at 6:15 this morning? Because this seems
Well,
very aggressive.
it wasn't earnings because I think their earnings were last week. I
Yeah.
think it was Friday when they had earnings, and I don't know. I don't really see any particular news on it. So I mean, it could be just the ebb and flow of support of AI. So SoundHound, of
Mm.
course, is going to be right in the forefront of that. They have been for a while. So yeah, it could just be memeing.
Okay. Yeah, it could just be. I'm gonna put this on my secondary. I mean, I like the daily and the way it's dropping here, so I will put it on my secondary. I might end up moving it up, but I do like this pre-market action we're getting here, and I also like the way the daily is setting up here. We're possibly losing an area of support. We do have shares for sure with Interactive Brokers. Not many though, not a whole lot. Only 300,000, which again for $8 stock is not really a lot. So yeah, let's keep it a secondary for now. We'll see where it goes. All right, let's get into quantum. RGTI, we got a bunch on here. IonQ, I thought I saw QBTS towards the bottom, QUBT. They're all on here. So Rigetti leading the way down this morning as far as quantum stocks go. They're down 10%, as you can see here. 3.5 million shares traded on SSR, given the last couple of days, well, yesterday's sell-off probably as we go into a lower price here. So again, a lot going on for it. Not too many stocks inventory for sure either. Only 250,000. So I do like this one. I think it can be very explosive. It's fun to watch. I will have it on my list. I'm not sure if whether I'm on the main list or the secondary list, but I will definitely put it on there. I'll make that decision later. Peter, I like this one. As far as quantum goes, you can look at any of them. They're obviously all down today with the entire market. IonQ, QUBT is another one that is also down 11.4. QBTS. I mean, there's plenty you can look at. They're all down this morning. What's your thoughts on these, and will you be looking at any?
I don't think so. I mean, this sector, these group of stocks tend to move as a pack. Today they're moving down. Yesterday they just moved with the market. The only news I see is on IonQ, which had some news this morning that they have started what they're calling a groundbreaking quantum system at the U.S. Air Force Research Lab. So the Air Force Research Laboratory, or AFRL, in Rome, New York, apparently is doing some quantum computing. So Carlos, I assume that's near you. If you see a bright light, turn away, and something went wrong with the quantum tests.
Where they said
But
Rome, New York. I don't even know where Rome, New York is. That must be really
no,
upstate.
I pass by a sign for it whenever I drive south from here.
Well, you're
So I know
you're
it's
up
like
there,
off
right?
So it's somewhere. I think it's north of Syracuse. At least that's where the sign is. I really don't think I've ever been to it, but I know because I know
Yeah.
there's an Athens and there's Rome and there's all sorts of European city
Oh
names
yeah,
up
this
there in
that
that part of New
is
York State.
that is like 4 hours away from Europe more. Actually, yeah, it's by
Okay, well, it
Syracuse.
might
I
be
see
closer
that.
to me
Yeah.
then. It's actually is closer to me than if it's 4
You're
hours
in
from you.
Ottawa,
So
right? You're in Ottawa, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
man, this is seriously like a midpoint between my house and yours. We could actually go there and meet up.
Okay,
4 hours each. We'll
there
have
you
a
go.
live show from there one day from Rome, New
From
York,
Rome,
huh?
New York. All right, live from the quantum test lab at the Air Force Base, because I'm sure they'll just let us wander right on there.
Stroll right in.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, all right. Well, so that they're doing it, but anyway, so that's IonQ that's doing that test at this Air Force research lab. Other than that, I don't see any quantum news. So I think this is just going to move with the market today. Quantum has been, uh, you know, it, it's interesting. It's cool stuff. Again, it's very very memey, and it's driven by whatever the latest sentiment is against it. So today, market sentiment is down. It's down. If market sentiment changes at the opening bell, it'll probably be up. But what else can you do?
Yeah, yeah. I would like to keep an eye on just one of them. I think Rigetti, since it has the most volume, is gapping down the most, I think can be interesting. So I will have that one on my list. But IonQs also can trade very well. Just one of them. And again, and it'll be on the secondary. We'll see how those play out. All right, let's talk about crypto stocks. They are Bitcoin. They are down here, all of them this morning. I see Hood. I see CleanSpark, Mara. I mean, they're all on here today. A few of my favorites, MSTR. You got to be careful with the spread. But man, when this thing moves, it moves very, very well. Just got to be mindful of your share size. Look at it yesterday. 295 was the around that area, around 294, all the way down to 250. I mean, you can make a boatload here. You don't got to take a boatload of shares with very little amount, right? So just be very mindful of your risk. If you get caught on the wrong side, you could lose just as much, right? So just be very, very careful. But again, this was very, very active yesterday to the downside. Today, they're down 3.5 this morning, 998,000 shares traded. If you also look at Hood, is also down 4.8, 1.1 million. This one, the risk can be a little bit more manageable. So if you want to trade something less risky, this was one of them. And Mara is also been trading very well with some good volume. Coin, not so much. Like coin, I'm not sure. You usually get less volume. The drop is the same, but not as clean as the other ones that we looked at. So again, I'm gonna keep it on the side for now. I'm gonna look at maybe Mara and MSTR and even Hood. Hood has been trading actually very well lately, and they also have some individual news as you mentioned yesterday, Peter. Peter, I know you're not a huge fan of these tickers, but will you be watching any today?
You know, I have to admit they were surprisingly interesting yesterday during the day, where they actually moved a fair amount, and we were to a low of this time yesterday. What were we sitting at? Probably about I can't about this price, right? 83,000 a Bitcoin. I mean, over the day it went up to 92, 93, almost 94, it looks like, and then all the way back down to 83. So, again, crazy variability in a for a currency, but as a trading opportunity, hey, if you like Bitcoin, there's certainly been volatility. If you're willing to sort of play these momentum plays, then there's that chance. That being said, that momentum doesn't always translate into these the coin and Mara type stocks. You sort of have to play the crypto directly, but in any event, Carlos, yeah, the short answer, probably not. Again, if you look at coin, considering how much the crypto moved yesterday, look at coin or Mara, like they just followed the market and just moved down. So if you're going to follow the market anyways, you might as well play, in my mind, something that has a little more reliability.
Yeah, yep, agreed. So yeah, there's coin. Out of all of these, I like MSTR was great yesterday, but man, the spread was pretty aggressive. So you got to be careful on this one. But yeah, I'm probably gonna take a look at Mara and probably have Hood or MSTR on the secondary list. So I'll put Mara on the list today. I do have 1.6 million shares traded on this one. We are down 4%. They are lower price, so at 13. We'll see. I don't like the price as much as it keeps dropping here, but let's see where it goes in a few minutes here. Okay, what else do we have? Let's go to tradingterminal.com. We'll take a look now at some of our tech companies. I mean, we have Tesla obviously on here today. Tesla down some more, guys. This stock has lost, Peter. I think it was like 800 billion so far as market cap. Since its high. So this thing is having a really tough time. And bad news just keeps coming in. I think there is another 50% down on some sales numbers or import numbers on some vehicles and parts. I mean, it's just getting ugly and ugly for Tesla, and we're seeing a further drop here. And Brian called this, right? I've been watching Brian's weekly recap. He did mention there's a lot more downside on Tesla, and he's right. I mean, it keeps dropping here. But for us, great trading ticker. I'm going to add it to the list. 5 million shares traded, down 4.4 as we are going below our 200 moving average on the daily here. Peter, we love this stock, obviously, and I'm sure many people will be watching it. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've said this for a long time, but Tesla continues to live or die based on Elon, right? It's really whenever he tweets, when he takes action, often that has driven Tesla's growth and fortunes in the past. Part of it, of course, is the underlying company. We can't ignore that. But if you look at its valuation, you've got to attribute a big part of that to Elon's personality and what he's been doing. And recently, it looks like, based on the stock and the news, he's been alienating more people than he's been winning over, which has been causing some challenges in the stock in turn, right? Europe largely has starting to boycott Tesla. Sales are down significantly in Europe. We saw shipments to China drop in half as the sales are dropping for Tesla cars in China. In the US, there's picketers and people protesting outside of Tesla dealerships where they can find them. I didn't even know there were Tesla dealerships, but apparently there were, because I saw signs of people with pickets and that. It must be in California somewhere, or I don't know where they are. But anyways, so all of this seems to be creating a big drag on the company itself. So that being said, even yesterday, when we look at Tesla, of course did not have a good day yesterday. I mean, it was down, but at the open for the first 2 hours almost to the market, it looked like Tesla was almost going to go against the market and rally before it gave up and dropped pretty heavy into the close. So there was some hope, and then it was like, I can't do it, man, can't do it. The sellers just stepped aside and the buyers stepped aside and let the sellers take over. So yeah, Tesla, like, it's in play. I actually like it because it's in play, and you can trade it. That being said, I mean, I didn't trade it yesterday, but there was opportunity. So, Carlos, it's one of those that you just sort of, as a trader, why not, right? It moves, it gets volume, it's consistent. I mean, I like the way it moves. So even if I don't try and predict which way it goes, because there's just too much emotion surrounding Tesla to really predict the direction. But I definitely will play. I will play it once it starts to trend.
Yep, yep. But yeah, there's dealerships all over here for Tesla.
All
And
right.
man,
Okay.
their system is so nice. Like you go back car 20s dealerships, it's like, okay, sit down. What are you looking for? All this back and forth. There's like one guy there, Peter. Just one guy. And you come in, here's your appointment, here's your appointment, here's your car, here's your keys. We'll see you. Come back in 15,
Right.
20 minutes. That's it. It is so smooth, so easy. Like there's no overselling of it. You either want it or you don't, and that's it. So nice, so nice. I wish all the car dealerships can learn from that, instead of just trying to oversell you so much. But it's a very, if you've never done it, go test drive one. It's an amazing experience just to how the ease of test driving a Tesla is, right? So definitely check it
Right.
out. So it's a lot of fun, and then go to a regular dealership and just see how how horrible it is, and they should learn from that. All right.
That being said, that
Yeah.
experience I usually get. I used to be a big Honda guy. I had a bunch of Hondas in a row, and
Yeah.
Honda used to be the same way. They're like, we don't negotiate on price. Here's the price. We only have three
Hmm.
options packages, right? You got the LX, you got the EX, you got the EXR. You pick one. There's no picking of other options. It's one of three packages. If you don't want it, we'll sell it to the next person. So, like, I always thought it was always such an interesting process, because like you said, you go to another dealership and they're always like trying to upsell you and get you into others, and there's like, here's our cars, do you want it or not?
It's
So,
brutal. It's brutal. I mean, I remember when I first bought my first car, unexperienced. It took me an entire Saturday. I'm like, I wish this Saturday just buying a car.
yeah,
Now I just don't give a crap. I go in there. It's just like, this is what I want. You don't have it, I'll see you. It's different as you get more experience. But when you don't know, you don't
yeah,
know. And it's just brutal,
yeah.
the whole process. Let me go talk to my manager. Your manager's having coffee and even talking to him. Stop with
Oh
the
yeah,
BS. All
yeah.
right, let's Tesla looking good. Trying to make a new low here, guys. Definitely on the list. Volume continues to pour in. This should be a lot of fun. And again, play the price action, guys. I know it's very easy not to have a bias. Hey, it's going to go drop lower, or hey, it's going to have a reversal. Play the price action, because if you're stuck heavily on a bias when the market is moving like this, you might pay the price more than what you need to here, right? So get out quickly. Look at the price action. Again, play the price action, not sentiments or anything else, especially for us day traders, right? That's very important.
Exactly.
Let's stop here. There's so many other ones we could look at. Actually SMCI, but I want to give you guys an opportunity to throw some tickers at us. SMCI, the pre-market looks very nice here. We're getting a bit of a bounce, a double bottom on the 5 minute, down 4% right now, 4.8 million shares traded. I kind of like this, so I'm gonna put SMCI on the list. It has been trading very well. It's been trading a lot of us very nicely lately, so definitely gonna go on there. And then one that we cannot go without talking about, of course, is Nvidia. I mean, Nvidia, guys, down at 109. That's a brand new. That's a 52-week low. Oh no, it's not. It was September, August. We had a rough period, but for the year, that's a brand new low there of 108.85. Peter, this
Well,
thing is just,
yeah.
man, it is feeling it.
Yeah, like, speaking of companies that are losing value. I mean, from its peak to where it is now, it has lost almost $1 trillion in valuation. I mean, it's
Ouch.
yeah, it's amazing, right? Like we were saying yesterday, if you just look at the price difference in the stock yesterday from high to low, it lost the value of most companies. So yeah, like when this thing moves, it's a big player in the market. We can't ever forget. Even now at this price, Nvidia's sitting at about 2.7 trillion in valuation. So it's, I don't think there's anybody left in the $3 trillion club. Let's see, Microsoft's 2.8. And Apple was well behind that. Oh no, sorry, I lied. No, Apple's at 3.5. So there you go. Apple is the only only one standing in the club, so they're all alone.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
wow.
they're 3.5 trillion. So, anyways, but yeah, look, Nvidia always in play, always a good time in my opinion. You got to pick your spots though. Nvidia is another one. If you look at the trading yesterday, that open, it dropped heavy off the open, and then it did this just ugly consolidation for a little while before it decided to sort of move again. So there was definitely moves in it. Like, yeah, yeah, exactly, right in there. If you tried to pick a direction in that, you could have got hurt because it was very choppy until it finally decided to sort of move with the market downwards around 11:30 or so. But yeah, like it definitely has the opportunity. Again, just be patient with it. That's my advice to you.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's take a look here, guys. So we'll give it up to you guys. What do you guys like this morning? So far on my list,
Can
Mara.
I play?
Oh yes. Take your pick,
Okay.
Peter. Absolutely.
A couple of earnings I just wanted to let people know about, all gapping down. Last night we were watching GitLab, GTLB. GitLab beat their numbers. Sort of a weird situation on GitLab. Everybody thought that they were going to come in with a horrible forecast, and they came in with a lowered forecast, but not as horrible as everybody expected. So it's sort of like, yeah, they sucked. Their forecast sucked, but not as bad as people expected. So that's good, but not good enough to make it green. So it's gapping down about 7%. Low volume this morning, but it was one of the ones that we were looking to see if it had action. Two earnings plays for this morning. Target, TGT, doesn't typically get volume. We're sitting under 1 million shares this morning, but they had earnings, beat their numbers. So they actually had a good quarter, and which I was surprised. I was actually expecting Target's numbers to have fallen off, but it looks like they hit their target. That being said, they did sort of issue warnings. They didn't directly call off their forecast, but they said expect our forecast to drop. Tariffs are going to impact us, and they have an expectation that it's going to hurt sales in the forthcoming quarters. So, you have to take that seriously, even though they didn't sort of put a number to it. But so that's dragging Target down this morning. And the other one is BBY. Best Buy had earnings, and also surprisingly good quarter. Looks like they did good in Q4. Their forecast, though, once again mixed. And this is one you absolutely have to expect they're going to be impacted, right? I mean, pretty much everything they sell has got to be imported from China, or where are electronics being made, right? China, Taiwan. Vietnam in some cases, like it's all coming from the Asia Pacific area. So I got to think that they're going to have a tariff impact. So yeah, that guidance, which is lower, is what's dragging them down. So there you go. That's what I had for earnings, Carlos. Again, none of these probably top targets, pun sort of intended. But anyways, I just wanted people to know.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, Peter. All right, guys, let's go over to you guys, see what you guys like this morning. I'm looking in our chat and also over on YouTube. PLTR, yes, we kind of mentioned it quickly, but we didn't actually look at it. So let's look at PLTR this morning, one that's been very active. Also giving you a bit of a bounce in this pre-market here. And also, I love the volume on this one, 5.1 million. Shares traded. PLTR is fun. I haven't traded as much as I would like, but it is really fun to watch. I'm going to put it here on a secondary. I might move it up, so it'll be a top secondary for me. But I do like this one. It looks good right now in the pre-market as well, heavily in play at the moment. And they got so much going on, right? Given the drop they had over the last couple of weeks and just trying to kind of find a support level, which it seems like they have found was something around 77.68. So that should be interesting. All right, let's see what else we have in Nvidia. We looked at, so that's good. AWS, well, that's Amazon. I'm not sure if you meant as a ticker. That's Amazon. What is Amazon up to, by the way? Amazon this morning down, not as much as other tickers, but down a little bit. 981,000 shares traded, but they're just not getting the big volume. Like if you look at Nvidia, if you look at Tesla, these guys are getting huge volume here. Makes it much easier to trade, as we're getting a little bit of a bounce on Nvidia. Peter, you said this earlier, and I'll repeat it again too, because it's important. Guys, eyes on the news. I have like Bloomberg TV up. I have Benzinga going. Eyes on the news, because anything can happen before Trump speaks tonight at 9 p.m. and it's gonna affect the way things move here, especially with these tariffs. Like you already got the Mexican president Claudia saying something about they're gonna counteract something. They haven't said yet exactly what numbers, but all this stuff is gonna affect the way we move here. So definitely keep eyes on the news. SMCI I do have. It is on my main list. So that's also on here this morning. You was going to ask something, Peter?
I was just going to say 9 p.m. ish. So it's scheduled for 9 p.m. We should have a drinking game maybe that everybody should take a vote as to when.
No, I think this one he'll start on time.
Actually start.
No, this he'll start. Yeah, because it's national, so it's much different than your regular press conference during the day. Yeah, I think this will start in time because you got TV coverage. And you don't want to do it too late because us East Coast people. Yeah, it'll start in time.
That's a bold prediction. I think. I don't know. He doesn't usually care about that.
Nah,
he waiting.
Not on this one. I'm telling you, it's a big one.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
let's bet. Let's do a gentleman's bet. You know what a gentleman's bet is?
Yeah.
It's a dollar. It's a dollar bet. We'll bet $1.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's bet $1.
American dollar. Canadian dollar.
We'll know after tonight if we want American or US dollar. It'll be close. Yeah.
All right, I'm voting closer to 9:30, so we'll see. If it's closer to 9 than 9:30, then so that gives us like a 15 minutes, sway either side. So we'll see.
I like that. We'll have that dollar ready for me in Canada.
All right, I got it.
In Vancouver.
Wait, I think I have $1 here somewhere. I'll look for it. Here we go.
Excellent. Well, Peter looks for his dollar.
I got.
I could
only
trade
have
you
5 or 100. That's all I got.
Oh, there we go. Oh, you know what? I have an awesome leather jacket that I could bring to you from Temu. It's amazing.
No.
I'll bring you a Temu leather jacket. I got you.
All right.
All right. Let's let's keep going, friends. Speech is at 9 p.m. tonight. Yeah, so that's this evening. And me and Peter have a bet here. All right, let's see what we got going on, guys. SMCI is on deck. I did look at that one. That is on my main list. I do like the pre-market activity. Is looking really, really good today. So that's nice. What else we have here? On earnings. I thought we had earnings already, right? Or I thought this was already done. But on this morning, it looks horrible, man. Is Peter looking for quarters? Well, Peter, what am I hearing in the background?
I was looking for a fancy Canadian toonie that I could give you a toonie maybe, but I did find a fancy quarter. We do have interesting money. Like, look, we've got colored money.
We got color. Look at that. Fancy.
Yeah, like there's a poppy in the middle of it. That's a real coin. I mean, that's a quarter. But anyway.
Yeah. Well. Oh, there you go. So on, I don't like this one right now, so we'll skip on that one. TSM, let's see how this semi is doing. In the red, bouncing back a little bit right now. Decent volume, but again, I think Nvidia might be better. Also, there's some ETFs you guys have thrown out before. Like if you want to trade the entire sector, that's also an option. But again, be very careful. Sometimes those are leveraged. I think I like my list. I only have 4 on here. Mara. I got Tesla, I got SMCI, everything kind of bouncing a little bit right now. I have Nvidia on the secondary list. I got PLTR, RGTR, and RGTI, and also SoundHound. So, but everything is moving the same. Like as I'm going through all of these, everything is just kind of following the overall market. I don't see anything that's sticking out, doing something different that I like this morning. So, again, tight list. I'll leave some space to add some stuff later if we see something that's moving different or getting better volume or giving us better opportunities. OKTA, yes, that's the only one that's in the green, Joe. The problem with OKTA, man, it trades so bad. But it's heavily in the green. It's up 13.5, 422,000 shares traded. We've seen this ticker so many times in the past. Right? It's horrible. It's so bad. So I would love to have a ticker that's green, that's trading well, that does well. That would have been nice, but we don't have that today. Everything good is in the red. Peter's pulling out the cash register. As you can hear the fluffling of coins and dollars in the back.
I was going. We call it the heart. I've got this little wooden heart where we keep all of our foreign currency, and I've got so much. I don't even know. Look at the currency from all these different countries I've been to. I don't even know what they're for. And
nice.
And then I've got this. I've got like I've got like, I don't know, like a couple $100,000 bot from Thailand that I've never done anything with. I guess I should probably like go to the bank at some point. But anybody know what a bot is worth? I've
I
got
have
like
no
about a hundred
idea.
thousand bot here. I don't even know what it's worth. It's like 50. Yeah, it's $50. I think it's worth a couple $100. But anyways,
30 to 1.
anyway,
There it is.
I do have lots of foreign currency. I could probably trade it all for like this, you know, 10, 10 Australian dollars. How about that? Australian money? That's good. Anyway, never mind.
Now, if you need your money changed, you know who to call. All
I
right.
don't even know if some of this money is even valid anymore. I've had it for so long. Like I've got
I
10
don't think
Hong
I don't
Kong
think
dollars here.
I don't think currency expires anyway. It might lose value,
Well,
but
well,
right? Does it expire?
India expired. Well, India expired their currency. They retired
How are they able to do
some
that?
of their bills. Well, it was actually a big thing. You actually literally had to go and convert. You had to go to the bank and trade it in for other currency, or it would be
And if you
worthless.
didn't,
So
what happened? You just lost whatever that amount that was?
you just lost it. Yep.
That is wild.
Yeah.
So if somebody
They
finds like
invalidated it.
a bunch of cash
Yeah.
in some basement from some generations ago,
Yeah.
you're out of pocket.
You're
Nah,
screwed.
that is
It's worth nothing.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Well, it's like Hong
Um,
Kong. I mean, I got this when Hong Kong was independent, long
yep.
before it, became part of China. So is it still valid? Can I? I don't know. Can I? Is this valid currency? Anybody know? Anybody in Hong Kong?
Anybody in Hong
Is this
Kong that
valid
can
currency in Hong
answer
Kong?
that?
Could I use this? It might be worth like 8 cents for all I know. I have no idea. Anyways.
Wow. Um, so they exchange it, not lost. No, but if it yeah, I get what you're saying, but if it expires, right, and you don't do it by
Yeah,
that
they
time,
did
then
exchange it over. There was a period of time, but if you
right,
missed
right.
that period of time, then, anyways, you can look that up. Anyways,
Yeah, we'll
we
chat
digress.
GPT that. All right, it's okay. We're ahead of schedule here, guys. Let's take a look at what's happening in our community. You can always head over to bearbootraders.com, click on webinars, and you can see what's going on for the next couple of days. Before we do that, guys, over on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it. It does help us out a ton. Today is Tuesday, so we'll look at Tuesday and what's happening this evening.
The absolute biggest thing happening in our community, it's the world's largest live trading summit happening in Vancouver at the end of March. So we are within the month of March now. It's happening at the end of this month. If you haven't bought your ticket, get it while you can. It's always a great session. We get always, there's a group of people that buy right at the beginning, and then there's a group of people that buy right near the end. It happens every single year. So we know that. So we usually try and, keep some tickets for those that are waiting. But then we get a week before, and everybody's like, "I'm just about ready to buy my ticket, and there's nothing left." So get it while you can. It's a great price for the event. You have 3 full days of activities, let alone 3 full days and evenings of activities. Right? Like there's a ton of stuff. Go to bearabletraders.com/summit, and you can see sort of the outline of the events that we're having throughout the day, throughout the evening. There's a dinner time gala. There's a club event if you want to go to that. There's all of the learning throughout the day. There's the breakout sessions. There's a TEDx event as part of this. I'm telling you, like it is packed of activity. You don't have to do it all, but your one ticket price gets you into everything. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, a lot of us are presenting at the summit. I will be presenting as well, like are a lot of our moderators, and our whole team is going to be there. So if you ever wanted to meet Andrew or Carlos or Paris or Thor or anyone, like we will all be there. So it's going to be a great event. Hopefully we'll see you. We have a lot of people that go and bring their spouse or bring someone that says they're thinking of trading and aren't sure. It's a great opportunity to get them exposed and see if it's the type of community, type of thing that they want to get involved in. So we get a lot of people that are sort of very, very new to trading that also join this conference every year. It always surprises us and pleases us that happens. So hopefully we'll see you there. Check it out, and then we can be live with you in Vancouver. Today is Tuesday, which means that we do have our strategy and tradebook session happening in the webinar room. Tonight, Megan is going to be leading it. She's going to talk about how to trade like a Titan. I love the title. So she's going to talk about her levels. She loves to trade. within certain levels, looking at bigger time frames, the Titan time frames. So she is going to, it's the newly named the Titan Territory Strategy. I love it. Very powerful, eh? Way to go, Megan. That'll be a great session tonight, 8 o'clock in the webinar room. If you're an elite member, you get access to that. Hopefully you will join her there. Next week, Thor is going to be taking over, talking about how to trade his pivot areas of trend trading with those pivot levels. He does this every single day and does it to perfection. So he's going to talk to you about how to do that. That'll be next week on March the 11th. During the day today, we do have two tradebook sessions, or two sessions for you. The first is tradebook, where Phil's going to talk about small options trade, small account trading. Sorry, how to build a trade book around that, how to effectively trade a small account, and you can do that using options. He'll talk about that at 11 o'clock for our elite members in the webinar room, and then at noon, Nathan's going to take over, and he's going to do a session on Bookmap. Bookmap is a tool that you may or may not use. It's a great way to visualize volume, not only active volume, but where volume pockets sit in the market. He'll sort of go over how Bookmap can help you visualize and manage that more effectively. That'll be at noon, once again, in the webinar room. So those are our sessions for today. Hopefully you'll put them on your calendar, and we'll join those individuals who are leading them in that session. We're going to set a couple of levels now. Moderators, get your lists in, and I will let everybody know what our moderators are trading as soon as Carlos gives us our levels.
All right, absolutely, guys. Let's head over to do some levels. I got Mara, Tesla, SMCI, and Nvidia on the main list. I did move up Hood because Hood could be interesting, so I do have Hood on here as well. All right, let's get some levels in. We'll look at Mara first. Let's take a look at towards the downside. Let me make sure I got the daily there. Good. Towards the downside, we're looking at the low of the pre-market right at 1301, so we'll slam a level there, and then below that we do have a level over at 1225 on the daily. Towards the top, we do have the highs and lows for the last two trading days. Oh, sorry, that's not Hood. No, sorry, Mara, correct. Mara, I am right. Looking at Mara, 1225 down here, and then towards the top, highs and lows for the last two trading days. So looking good there. Tesla also doing some stuff, guys. Great volume. We are down here 4.2. Low of the pre-market right now, 270.41. We did get a nice little bounce there. We're trying to hold. If you look at the daily here, you got a lot of support there from 2 trading days ago. That would have been Friday when we got a somewhat of a relief here. Sell off again yesterday. So we'll see where this goes. If you look back here, this is the new low of the year so far, but we were just hanging out here not so long ago. If you look at October time frame, right over here, we have 264.27. And then below that, we do have another great level over at 251.06. So 2 levels towards the bottom there. If we continue dropping, we're trying to hold on to this 200 moving average. You can see that coming in here, but it's just so much negative news on Tesla right now. A lot of it's just not helping, especially with sales, tariffs, even from Mexico. They get a lot of parts from Mexico, so that's going to be hurting them as well. He just announced 0 APR on their Model 3, so we'll see if that helps, but we'll, again, just the negative news is overpowering a lot of the stuff he's trying to do here. SMCI looks very good as well. Go ahead, Peter.
In Canada, they were announcing this morning that car prices are estimated to go up an average of $12,000 because of the tariffs. So yeah, definitely getting more expensive.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's already so bad and expensive here, man. $12,000 more. That's crazy. Hopefully they'll figure things out and they can get past all this tariff stuff that's taking place here. Back to SMCI, guys. 325 is the low of the pre-market at the moment, and then slightly below that we're looking at 30.31, great level there, and also 27.16 in case we do decide to really drop. Towards the top, we do have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days here. Take a look at Nvidia again. Some record movements, I think, man. This is wild. 135. Dropping to 120, back to 125, back to 112, and now really losing some ground here, down to 108.85 is the low of the pre-market today. So you're seeing just more weakness continue on here. If we look towards the top, and this started happening early on with the earnings, right? Like the earnings, they didn't blow it out of the water. They did well, but people were expecting these guys to have like the same pace they've been having over the last 2 years in earnings. 115.56 is the high of the pre-market. If we head to the left here, we'll get some levels towards the bottom. We had those in September and August of last year. Right here, we're seeing some great support over at 105.66 and then all the way down to 102.04. I mean, we're talking about 102.04 on Nvidia. Who thought? Just wild. And last but not least, is going to be Hood. I do like Hood. And you know what? Hood lately, it started like 2-3 weeks ago. It's been trading much better. Look at the volume here on the daily, and just look at the way the change has happened in the actual daily candles. Look how beautiful this looks here. Look how bad this looks over here, right? So pretty small candles. You had a nice stretch here with some big candles, small candles again, right? So again, when it's trading like this, great opportunity. A lot of that comes from, and this is why we like to see this, volume. Right, it comes from volume. When you're getting, more volume than what you normally get, you tend to trade much better. And Hood has been seeing that here over the last couple of weeks. So I added to my list. We'll do some levels for it. We'll be ready in case there's some good trading out of it. 144.04 is the low of the pre-market towards the top. You do have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. And then if we were to drop any lower, we're looking at a 43. It's a good area on the daily. And that's a great area, actually. Look how many times you're slamming into that. As you guys slam into that thumbs up, we are not loved here. I mean, we are loved by some people. 130, what is this? 164. We're loved a little bit, but we're not loved, Peter. This is like right? Love. We like, you okay,
demand,
but you're
demand
not.
More love.
You are not the shiznick, man. You're not it. I mean, you can tell here by the number of likes. One night, okay, we're climbing a little bit, but I tell you, man, when we announced Vancouver, listen, when we announced Vancouver, don't say come see me and you. Don't say that because look, obviously that's not going to work. Let's say come see Andrew, come see Paris, Avi, whoever. But me and you are not it based on the number of likes here. Let's just keep it realistically. So thank you for those that do hit it. We appreciate you a bunch. We still love you back whether you hit the button or not. It doesn't matter. And then come to Vancouver as well. We'll still give you a nice hug. All right, let's take a look here. Or a handshake. Or don't. Some people don't like to be touched. We won't touch you if you don't want to be touched. If you want to be touched, we'll touch you. We're very flexible, me and Peter. All right, let's take a look here, friends. Mara, Tesla, SMCI, Nvidia, and Hood. We are just set.
That got really awkward there,
you know what? Because I feel like we're having a good time here. I feel like I'm having a great time, talking to you, talking with the members. And then I go look at the comments and I see 169 likes. I'm like, there's almost 900 people watching here. That just shows me you are not loved, my friend. Come down from your high horse over there.
How about this? Let me try and give you guys something concrete that maybe you can love, because we were talking about this, and we were talking about tariffs and the stock, and there's an impact. So one of the good things about my running is it gives me lots of chance to think about random things. And I was thinking about, as they were announcing on the radio, the fact that tariffs are going to hit, and it's going to significantly increase car prices in Canada and presumably in the U.S., because like you were saying, Carlos, a lot of the parts come from other countries, right? Like Mexico especially, and Canada and others. So how do we capitalize on that as traders? And a thought that I had, I'll share this with you, is that used car prices are likely to increase under this environment, because if new car prices go up, right, it makes used car prices more valuable. If they only go up half as much, there's still a deal. Carvana, for example, sits on an inventory of over 100 million plus of used cars, which means that they could actually see benefit out of this.
Yeah.
The used car market could get stronger. People are going to be driving their cars, older cars more regularly, and may look to the used car rather than buying a new car. So food for thought that it may be worth keeping an eye on Carvana to see if that plays out and if they really can take advantage of this environment. So there you go. There's one thought.
That's a great point, Peter. And it might not happen right away because things are always delayed, right? Because I don't, although the tariffs are going into effect tonight or today, or they already went into effect, the consumer might not see this until like a couple of weeks down the line when companies start adjusting their prices. I'm sure a lot of companies are not going to make no major changes yet until they see, okay, Trump is not going to pull this back. This is not some kind of negotiating tool to get the countries to the table and have some kind of leverage. If that sticks around, then a couple of weeks you start seeing the prices going up, and then the trickle effect comes down. So you might not see Carvana react right now, but it's one to keep in mind. And aside from Carvana, start thinking about other things that can be affected like that, and start looking at those areas and see if there's any trading opportunities, right? So especially if you swing trade as well, there could be some stuff there. And keep up to date with Brian's stuff. I mean, Brian's all over this every single week. You can sign up to his weekly videos where he mentions what he's looking at as far as possible swing trades that can be extremely helpful. But yeah, Peter, that's a great point on Carvana, and look out for things like that that can be affected based on how news comes out. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, look at that. I guess we are loved a little bit. You know what? I was too harsh. We are loved. I feel warm and fuzzy inside. We got over 300, so that is
All right.
actually pretty awesome. I take that back. I love you guys. All right, 341. Love it. Okay, we're just waiting for Andrew. And actually, before we do that, Peter, let's tell the team what our moderators are watching.
Indeed. All right, our mods are starting to get their list in, and they are reporting that they are going to be looking at Apple, AMD, and Tesla for Thor. Lenny's going to be looking at Nvidia, Tesla, SMCI, SoFi, and Hood. Sean has got his list in there, and he's ready to go. So if you're an elite member, or a member in the room, you can just check his detailed commentary, and you can see what he's trading. Jared's going to be watching AMD, Tesla, Nvidia, and OKTA. Mike's going to be watching Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, and of course the scanners. Nathan is watching the Magnificent Seven, and so is Avi. Megan is going to be watching Nvidia, PLTR, and Amazon. I've got my usual list. I'll also be watching Apple, Microsoft, and Target today. I've got 2 IPOs to potentially let you know about. I'll let you know if and when they open. And of course, Brian is trading Nvidia, Tesla, PLTR, and AMD. He's added the SPY overall that he's going to be watching as well to that list. Phil is going to be watching Nvidia, Tesla, and Apple. Andrew in with his list, and it's tight. He's watching PLTR, Tesla, and Nvidia. Paris is going to be watching OKTA, Target, Nvidia, Tesla, and SMCI. So Brian has just added Reddit, interesting, RDDT to his list as a potential target as well. So there you go, guys. That's what our mods are watching. You can see Carlos's list at the bottom of the screen. Let's get ready for the open. We're just under 4 minutes away. It's time to hand it over to Andrew and Brian, who are queuing up, and they are ready to go. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing this morning?
Good morning, guys. So I want to take a second. So I'm getting a question here over on the YouTube as we were talking about Brian's list. How do you get to this list? I'm going to send you guys the link right here. It's very easy. Just go over to education. I send you a link, bearbutrader/education. And then if you go to the bottom, it's in a tricky spot, but you can get to it. Keep scrolling down, keep scrolling down. You're going to pass some of our great books there, and then Swing Trading by Brian. Just come in here, sign up to the Swing Trading newsletter. You're going to get the video and a bunch of really great stuff. And I love the email because it's very clean to the point. You guys are going to really enjoy and get a lot of information. And also watch the YouTube video he does every week. It's going to be on that newsletter as well. All right, that's it. Let me hand it off to our traders here. Good morning, Brian and Andrew.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
How's your
So
401k
another.
doing?
Well, right
Not
now
good.
I swung some short Tesla and Nvidia, so they're looking okay this morning. I paired some positions yesterday, sort of long-term swings right now. So we'll look for a bottom. So the bottom will be in when Jim Cramer goes on CNBC and cries. He almost did it this morning. He teared up. Didn't quite break into bawling. So we're waiting for that. That'll be the first sign the bottom's in.
Yeah, it's not the bottom until somebody cries on the CNBC. So for those of you who don't know what the joke is, Bill Ackman, which is a very big hedge fund in the pandemic, he made a lot of money and then, shorting a lot of stocks. And then there was a lot of accusation of him. And then he eventually went on CNBC and cried. And he said, no, I care for humanity. So it's a joke between traders. So Tesla is down 5%. It's actually below the post-election gave all the gains back. Nvidia
Yeah,
is also doing
they're
strongest.
their China sales were down again significantly. I mean, their North American sales are tanking, and meanwhile, total EV sales are up. So I don't hate to sound like a broken record, but I don't see any reason to own this company. It's really overvalued.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Obviously,
my
trade war is officially starting. Nobody likes trade wars. Um, we'll see how this one plays out. Obviously, the market is shows super weak IWM, which is the small caps are really dropping. And I am stuck in this TNA. Should have sold it yesterday. I was green on it yesterday. Jesus. I got stuck on it. Let's see.
lot of orders, a lot of orders on Nvidia to the downside. See what Tesla looks like. Tesla's just eating away at a 270 order now. SPY and Q is looking
Nvidia.
very weak.
All right, so market is open, guys. Ding, 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 ding. Let's see where the volume
All right,
is.
let's see where we go this morning.
Yeah, Nvidia is very interestingly. Yeah, Nvidia is so. I have issues with my DAS. It's slow. Let me change my code server. All right, so Nvidia is squeezing now.
Yeah, be very careful with. I'm not going to jump into anything till we see something, till we see some settling into some kind of range.
Nvidia is super strong now. Yeah, I'm
Tesla's
having issues
popping up a
with my.
bit again. These rallies, I'm very suspect of. AMD is popping.
Right, NVDA is strong. Might get a long on NVDA through NVDL. All right, Qs are popping. Changing my code server. Yeah, NVIDIA was a nice 1 minute opinion range break up. Try to see if we can actually get a long on it. Yeah, it looks like NVIDIA is oversold. But again, no trade for me yet, guys. Waiting. NVIDIA 41.35. Yeah, I'm getting
I
a
did
long.
short some
Yeah.
Tesla on that pop to the VWAP. So let's see where it goes here.
I'm long
Might have to get out
NVIDIA
of
like
it.
4080, but on my platform, it's really funny. I need to. Yeah, it's. Does anyone else has these issues?
No, I don't. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I have. Let me do that again. Sometimes when there's extreme volatility, I notice that my platform. Okay, I'll restart my gas. Oh shit! I'm in this NVIDIA.
See where Tesla goes here. I feel like feels like it's trying to hold, but there's a lot of orders to the downside. So
All right, so I'm still in NVIDIA. Average is 4096 is popping up. Let's see. I have Tesla is staying below the VWAP. Yeah, Nvidia might go green actually now that I'm looking at it. It looks like it's holding. Yeah, Nvidia is doing the scanners as well, adding a little bit more on Nvidia 41.
Yeah,
Still seeing.
I'm out of Tesla. Kind of feels like it's going to pop here.
Yeah, my quotes are my gas has issues. Right, so I'm
I've
long, guys.
covered both.
Tesla seems like a long
Yeah,
too. Up.
yeah, I covered both my overnight shorts, so that was okay.
Right, so I'm long Nvidia, guys. NVDL, the average is 41.47. I think it looks like Nvidia wants to go green. Tesla looks like also a long came above the
Yes,
revap.
like
All right, perfect, guys. Nvidia is going to go to 114, which is the previous day close. Hmm. Some issue. Yeah, it's not fun at all. My platform is super slow. But it looks like Nvidia wants to test the previous day close. Again,
yeah,
guys,
AMD following.
Nvidia previous day closes at 114.06. So I'm long through Nvidia, which is a 2 times leverage. PLTR was also nice 5 minutes clean range breakup.
Yeah, PLTR. It's actually back at low of yesterday. PLTR.
Yeah, Nvidia is gonna go test the green. Perfect. I haven't partialed on Nvidia yet. I'm gonna do the start partialing now. 42.41, 42.47, and Nvidia
Oh,
went
AMD
green.
went
There you go, partial filled.
AMD went green.
Perfect. Yeah, nice. That's a nice trade. Tesla also popped up. Tesla was also long, obviously. Yeah, nice. Perfect. Anyone guys took Tesla or Nvidia long? It was easy. That was a super easy trade. Nice. LTR green, so market is slowly recovering. Yeah, TSLL is also very nice if you can do that. Anyone on YouTube, guys, did you do it? Yeah, Q's really popped up above the VWAP, so that's nice. Yeah, very nice. Okta. What is Okta? Everybody trading Okta. Okta. Yeah, Okta is very nice too. Yeah. Oh, very nice, Sean. Yeah, amazing, guys. So I still have NVDL, 4,000 shares left. Selling a little bit more here, 43.06. Mike, what did you trade? Nice. Nice. Thor, what did you trade? Tesla, very nice long as well. Perfect. Yeah. It's a very good squeeze. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, market is gonna go. I think Q's are very likely to go green. It's a very good day. MSTR, Bitcoin is at 85. Q's are ripping. Ryan, are you still here? Because I can't hear you.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm not, I've only taken one trade, didn't work out. Just a small loss. I didn't trust this rally, but so I'm not in anything. I kind of missed the rally, but that's okay. I know there'll be some other opportunities. I'm just looking for something.
TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, is seeing the scanners down.
Yeah, Oakville went over 100, back over 100. Wow, GitLab went from red to green. That was down yesterday after the report.
Nice, Paris. Paris traded Nvidia as well. Very nice. Very nice. Paris, you got to get into Nvidia. The trade's really nice. It's good leverage. All right, so let's see what's
See
going to
what
happen
happens
here.
here.
Yeah. I'm adding a little bit more on Nvidia here. I don't want to. 41. Yeah, I'm adding a little bit more on Nvidia here on this pullback. Let's see if Nvidia can do another pop up. My average is at now 41.60. My stop loss is at the break even. Let's see if we get just another half today. If not, we just get a stop out at the break even. That initial rally was very interesting.
Yeah.
But the market might have more pain in it. See, market is struggling. Market might actually have a still downside in it. So
Yes, just shorted Tesla again. Revenge trade.
range trade, Tesla 4% down. Is Tesla had any
Yeah.
numbers out, or it's just with the market is gapping down?
I thought there were some China sales numbers out. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to cover some. I'm just trading puts again with Tesla's 272.50s. It's right back to the VWAP now, so I'm just covering. All right. Revenge is sweet. Here we go. Now we're going to lose the VWAP. All right.
Yeah, Tesla looks like it's
Nothing good.
going to roll over. All right,
Get
Nvidia
the
is
good
back
time.
to my entry point. NVDL. I think I probably have to get a stop out on it according to my rules. I'm getting a stop down on NVDA, guys, at break-even point. So I'm all out of my NVIDIA position. That was a very nice profitable trade for me. So let's see. Market seems that it's rolling over. SPY is coming down. Qs are
All right.
coming down.
Now we're at $11. I'm selling some more. 11.20. Again, these are the puts, 72.50s. So buying puts basically puts me short. Is a way to go short.
Yeah, Tesla looks like it wants to break the low of the day. So everything is rolling over now. Qs and SPY, they made a new low of the day. Things are really rolling over.
Massive orders to the downside on Tesla here. We'll see if we get into these 270 through 268.
So
And Phil's
Tesla,
going short as well. Phil joined me in the Tesla short. Low days. I was expecting a bounce here for sure.
trades really weirdly right now.
That's why I was hesitating chasing these longs. I didn't know when we were going to V reverse. And if you look at some of these stocks like PLTR, AMD, I mean, they have basically all just V reversed.
Let's see, Iron Green. It looks like he wants to go back up. So might be a case for Nvidia again long. Look at
It's
the price
bouncy right
action
now.
on
It's
Nvidia.
bouncing off the 9 EMA. It actually came down to the VWAP, and that bounced from there. Come on, Tesla.
I'm gonna get another long on Nvidia all at 42. Let's see if the Nvidia wants to go one more time. Let's take another trade on it. 42. Nvidia looks like it wants to go for the
I want to
500
see.
day again.
I do want to see Tesla go lower pretty soon here. I don't want it hanging around here too long. If it hangs around here too long, it could squeeze back up. Shorts will start to cover.
Right, perfect. Yeah, SPY is trying to go back. Q's trying to go back. So it looks like perfect. Yeah, Nvidia is coming, guys. It's going up. So that's
Yeah, I'm
my
getting. I'm
over
out
on
of.
my R.
I'm back at it.
Perfect.
I'm out of Tesla. The rest of Tesla.
I'm partialing, guys. Some on
And
Nvidia at 42.80. Let's see if Nvidia goes to 115. Let's see. So let's see. Nvidia is gonna go for the break of half today. Hopefully, there is some resistances on Nvidia, but it looks like the whole market is trying to stay strong. Qs are trying to stay above the volume weighted average price.
Tesla still could have some downside. It did try to rally and couldn't do it, but still, this 271 area still looks like support. AMD is back in the green.
Right, Nvidia might break out now. Nvidia, guys. Oh, beautiful. Popped up about 43, partialing some here at 43.04. I think there's a good chance that we're going to go. There you go. Yeah, Qs are popping up too.
We just ate through some big order at around this 114, 115 area on Nvidia.
Yeah, there's also a moving average on 5 minutes on NVDA. So let's see, it's trying to fight. Pattern still is bullish, 5 minute pattern. Let's see what the market
Yeah,
is doing. I think market will impact on it. So I'm partially more on it. I had a good move on it from 42 to 43. Oops.
yeah. Tesla back down to low of that 271 area. I just wanted to stop me out on the rest of my short. It's high at that low day.
All right, so yeah, SPY is rolling over.
Nvidia is rolling over. Wow. Okay. Whew. Took
Yeah,
some
so
long some puts on SPX. $30 now. Yes. Quick trade there, guys.
all right, so Nvidia is coming back to my break-even point. So again, based on my rules, I have to get a stopped out. I'm all out of Nvidia, guys. So um, even though it might go back, but it's just I don't want to give the profit back. Tesla broke down, Brian.
Yeah, I know. Damn. Dang. Kind of a double top on Nvidia. Maybe
I'll be back in a second, though.
Peter's trading that mountain pass of his. Maybe SPY comes back up now. Possible. Maybe. All right. Well, I am I'm back in the saddle, baby. Just got jumped in a little too early on that first Tesla trade. See what Nvidia does. Tesla's got S4 down at 266.70. If you're still short there, um, probably going to bounce near here on Tesla. Looks like Nvidia's looking a little weak. SPY rolling over. Qs are down at low of day, low of pre-market too. Wow. Look at the SPY drop now. Yeah, there's the bounce on Tesla. Okay, I'm not in any trades right now. So quick scalp on SPX and then for the SPY and then reshorted Tesla. Made my money back after that first short. And there's your bounce on Tesla, just as expected. Tesla has a lot more orders to the downside. And we'll see if it goes there. Again, we were talking about Bookmap yesterday and where orders are placed and whether, we didn't get there at in the initial sell-off in the morning, but those orders did end up getting filled in the afternoon. So they were sitting there waiting for them all day patiently.
Sorry, guys. All right, so let's see what's going to happen. Tesla. Nvidia is still holding the previous day close.
Yeah, it's sitting right there. Seems to have some support there.
What else? Everybody's trading. So right now, I don't want to trade. I had a very good trades on NVDL. So $27,000. That's pretty good on both trades. I have a lot of swing trades that are red. But we'll see what the market is doing. What is Okita is popping up? Is that an earning or something on Okita?
Okta had earnings last night. Yes. Okta, GitLab. Trying to remember, there
Right.
was another one we were looking at.
Tesla is going to go to S4, I think, most likely.
Yeah, it does look like it. Does look weak.
Yeah, TQQ definitely can be in play when they get the market super volatile. All right, so let's see if Tesla is going to go to S4 at 266. Could be a potential bounce.
Yeah, I'm short.
But yeah,
I'm short Tesla again. Here we go.
264.
It's a big order at. There's a big order at 265. It's going to cover some here. Here we go. Just eating into that order now.
Yeah, very nice. 267. Nice short. Yeah, perfect.
There we
SPY is
go.
sliding down.
Yeah, selling 13. I'm trading 270 puts now. I don't know why I switched, but I did because it's closer to the actual price. Oh, that's what I want to see. Thank you. Thank you,
Nice. Yeah,
Tesla.
very nice drop. Very, very nice drop on Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah. So Tesla has a
Just,
level at 264.85. I might actually consider taking a reversal on Tesla now. Let me see.
no, it's the
264.85.
stock that just keeps on giving. Hmm. Wee. Okay, I'm going to cover some more here.
Yes, allow. Let's see. Tesla. Tesla is now getting to the area, the potential reversal on it. Let's see. I'm gonna get some TSLL here at 1092.
Yeah, good for a bounce here, maybe.
Yeah, 264.85 is a level on Tesla, the daily level. It was the high of pre-election. Let's see if you can get a quick bounce on it. It's also below
Wow,
S4.
SPY is continuing to sell off here.
Come on, come on, come on. Pop, pop, pop. A little bit more on this on Tesla. All right, so perfect. I'm partially, guys. The
Volatility
1105 on TSLL. That was the bounce that I was looking for from 1090. That was
still
good.
rising.
All right, I'm all out of TSLL, guys. That was the quickest scalp that I wanted. Tesla might go lower, then we'll take it in again another one. I get it from 1094 to 1107.
Hmm.
Tesla might break a little bit lower. I just don't want to be in there.
Yeah.
Or it might do a double bottom. So Tesla, the level, the 264.85, if you go back in time, is the high of September 30th last year. So that is a level that I thought that might do a quick bounce. But let's see if it sells off more, then there's another chance to do a quick reversal on it. It's going to break the 265 most likely now.
Yeah, there's more downside coming here, I think. Still holding some puts.
Yeah, perfect. So volatility on Tesla is amazing.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Thanks, Jan. Oh, let's see what do we got here.
Perfect. Perfect, guys. Nice. Yeah, Nvidia is coming down too. I had two good trades so far. Tesla is down 7%.
Here we're gonna get to into 14s dollar now range, 14s on the 270 puts.
Yeah, TSLL again.
Nvidia lost the VWAP. You're out of Nvidia now, right?
I'm out of Nvidia, yes. So I'm out of everything right now. I'm just the only thing that I'm looking at right now is to take another reversal on Tesla, see if you can get a double bottom. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have a really good trade book here. It looks like 264.85 is a level that is trying to fight. It's down 6.4%. Peter shorted Tesla right at the top. Very nice.
264. Yes, sir.
What a morning. What a morning. How's
What a morning.
everybody
Yes, what a
doing?
morning. How's everyone doing? How's our friends on YouTube doing? Trading anything this morning? Just remember that anything in the YouTube room is delayed by about 10 seconds, 12 seconds. A lot of losses. Yeah, like I said, sometimes you just got to wait. I took that first trade and then everything popped up and I really had FOMO. Everyone else was making money. My buddy Andrew was making money going long, but I just didn't want to chase and just had to wait for something that I felt confident to take a trade in. Here we go.
All right, Tesla, it's testing the low of the day. It could be a double bottom here, or let me see. Or it could sell off. Um, yeah, I'm taking another long on TSLL at 1092. Let's see if Tesla potentially becomes a double bottom here. Tesla looks like it's trying to hold to 64.85. So I'm long
Yeah, I
TSLL,
just
guys.
sold some more. I just sold some more at 14. I'm almost out of this short. It might make a more significant bounce here. So I just have to make sure I don't go negative on this trade, which I'm really far away from being underwater on it. So
You have puts on Tesla, yes?
what's that?
You have puts on
Yeah, I was
Tesla.
trading. Yeah, first I traded 272s and then I moved down to 270s because that's pretty close to where the price was. So I'm always sticking with a strike price that's very close to the price, actual price. And of course, trading the weekly options, the ones that expire on Friday.
Right, let's see if Tesla can pop up 265. Looks like trying to
We
hold this
got a few people.
485.
Few people are shorting Nvidia. Alejandro nice short on Nvidia. Lost the VWAP.
Come on, Tesla. Find the direction.
Are you long yet or?
I'm long TSLL, yeah, through, I
Okay.
want to
Oh,
see if
you're
it,
trading against me.
yeah, I'm trying to see if 5 minute tries to make a new higher, higher, higher low. Uh,
Right now, we've just been consolidating sideways, and we're kind of it's kind of bringing us back to the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart. We are still below the 9 EMA and just below this S4 level. Yeah, it could bounce up
yeah,
here. We could
yeah,
get a
there's still
920,
selling
actually a
pressure on it.
920.
Yeah, there's still selling pressure on it. 5 minute mixing a new high. So, um,
Yeah, around 269 is the 20 EMA.
yeah, the analysis.
As a short, I'm thinking I'm just gonna get out of my last couple puts here, only because it seems to be making some higher lows on these pullbacks. So I'll just I'm gonna take the money and run.
Sounds like a very good idea these days.
Apple's gone green. Apple's greeny. Yeah, I think yeah.
Was green. Wow.
Apple's
In
green.
this
Yeah,
market,
barely.
green.
It went green just a minute or two, or just a second ago, I should say. Right now, I'm kind of agnostic on Tesla. I don't see a setup for one way or another. I mean, I can make an argument for both trades, being short or going long. So if you're in a position like that when you're trading, you just step to the sideline and wait for a setup where you feel confident, you know which direction the stock's going to go, or you think anyway. Wow, SPY is continuing to sell off here. Boeing is selling off, break a low a day. Same with Delta Airlines, low of day. PFC, turbo breakdown. Yeah, you see Tesla's kind of stuck.
Yeah, still,
Just not
still
going
looking at it.
anywhere. Like I said,
Yeah, 5 minute.
once a stock starts, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
just, you can, like I said, I kind of like your long trade because it seems to be making a bit of a pennant, and it looks like it wants to break to the upside.
Yeah,
So
so now it's popping up. There you go. So now I'm partialing guys here. So 11:10. So let's see, Tesla might go to 268, which is a moving average on 5 minute chart. I'm long through TSLL.
yeah, I like 269 as a 920 trade. If it gets there, it could be a good short. We're finally getting a bit of a bounce on the SPY and the Qs.
Uh, 11:15. I'm partialing some. Qs are bouncing back as well.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, with Tesla, you could kind of see these series of higher lows on these pullbacks, these small pullbacks.
On a 5 minute, it's making the higher low. The first moving average on 5 minute chart would be around 268. That could be a good place to get out most of the trade. My average is 1095, so I have like 15-20 cents here profit. SPY is back to S4. Yeah, it's a very uncertain market, really. I mean, if I was a fund manager, I don't know how to position myself. Like,
Yeah.
certain. All right, Tesla's back to my break-even point. Then that's the place that I have to get stopped out here on TSLL. Slowly getting to my break-even point at 1095. Again, it's very tricky. It seems that it's still a little bit need a little bit more exhaustion to take a really nice reversal on it. These quick bounces, it seems that they don't have much of a momentum in them. Even the market, these are the quick pops. I'm getting out of TSLL, even though it might go still. Oh shit, I got short time. Even though it
Now
still
it's
got
dropping again.
yeah. It's just not worth it for me. I had a good trade on it. We'll see what happens, but I'm also quite impatient today. SDR 242 Bitcoin is holding
shorted
83.
the Qs with puts on that. That was basically just a 9 moving average reversal, 9 EMA average reversal. Just using the 490 puts.
Slow. It's just, I can't believe it's 264.
There goes. See, look at that. That's why you have to be careful when stocks are in a downtrend. You know, these bounces. You can play bounces off levels, but just know you're still trading in a downtrend. And if you want, you just basically realize you're not in it for maybe not in it for a long time until you actually see a trend reversal. For this Q's trade, we came up to the 9 EMA, and and it popped up, but I know we're still in a downtrend on the Q's. That's why I took that pop short. SPY, same thing. Almost exactly same setup. We bounced, came up to the 9 EMA, immediate rejection. Here we go. It's nice. Just selling some puts. 322.
Yeah, Tesla
And
looks like it wants to
SPX
break
would have,
the low of the day again.
yeah, SPX would have been an even more amazing trade.
There you go. So Tesla broke down the low of the day again. The next level on
Wow,
Tesla,
my God,
humanity.
the humanity, the
Humanity.
humanity, my God.
Humanity. Yeah, Nvidia is also breaking down low of the day. So yeah, the humanity is in trouble. I don't know. I don't have any. I don't have any level on Tesla really. On Nvidia, see what the Nvidia is giving us here. Down. Yeah, Nvidia is also not doing much. Nvidia has 106, 107. There's a gap right now, sitting at a gap. I don't know if this gap can actually hold anything. At one, yeah, it's around this area at 110. But yeah,
Right.
it
I'm
seems
just just selling just selling more puts here. 380,
selling
382.
put.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
the
I'm
ones that
buying
you had.
puts on that. Yeah, I'm buying the puts on the Qs.
Oh, oh. Guys, humanity.
Oh my God, we're still going lower here on the Qs. Just dandy.
Guys, humanities. Qs
This
are now
is
at S4 488. It's potentially a bounce with TQQ. Could be something interesting. So it's breaking down. EDA is just going down.
big orders at 260 on Tesla. We may not get there. At least we may not get there immediately.
260 level.
Yeah, 254, like a boss. This is one of your YouTube buddies, obviously likes your saying. It's 254.
PLTR is also rolling over significantly.
Mm. So on the bright side, you know how you can never use your air points, your air upgrades because so many people are buying tickets. Maybe there's a lot of more poor people now that won't be able to afford business class.
Full. Uh, let's see. Let's see what the humanity is having for us.
Look at Amazon. Amazon's lost 200. Jeff Bezos to the moon.
Amazon. Yeah, everybody's in pain, obviously. Like, what's the, yeah. I mean, all the companies are in pain, so I don't think
Yeah, exactly.
anyone can blame me. Everybody's in pain. Oh, so I had a pretty good day. Let's see. I'm still looking for the next trade, but overall, day trading has been really good. Qs are holding
Yeah.
S4. TQQ potentially would be a trade for reversal, but let's see. I still have an eye on Nvidia and Tesla and see if we can actually take another reversal on them, but we have to get a good extended setup.
We've lost some pretty important levels on the daily on the Qs. I'd say 485 might be might be a level to watch here. 487. We're getting pretty close right now. SPY, we've lost 575 was probably an area that would have seen some support. That was I think that was the DeepSeek low. So we're trading below that now. Maybe 570 on the SPY. $255 or Tesla maybe. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Tesla, we should be into an area where there could be some support. All right, well, I'm out of my Q's trade right now. Kind of feels like it's trying to find a level here. We are still below the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart, still in a downtrend. Same with the SPY, although we are bouncing. Baba's really been is down 3% today.
Megan, what did you trade that? Nvidia, nice.
Nvidia book map, there it is. It's up right now.
So John is asking a
Yeah.
question. Those trades that I did was mostly chart patterns. Really, I didn't look into level 2 that much.
Yeah, could be right. Milnix.
Right, I'm thinking of taking another trade on Tesla. Tesla looks like it wants to hold the bottom, potentially Nvidia bounce back from S3. Gonna get a long on Tesla and TSLL at 1079, 1080. Adding a little bit more on it. Let's see if we can go to. Looks like market is trying to do a quick reversal.
Trying to, again, just be careful. We're at the 9 EMA on both indexes right now. This is typically where we fail.
Nice. So I'm long guys at 1084. Let's see if Tesla can pop back up to 266. Yeah, it looks like market, Nvidia is bouncing back, SPY is bouncing back. So it looks like market is trying to pull back a little bit. See,
Okay,
overall,
VWAP
I'm not
on the
really
SPY.
concerned about the health of market. I think this market eventually bounces back. These kind of drops are very healthy for financial markets. You know, all the excess leverage goes out and rebalancing and everything. I think and if we are only down, how much now? We are only 7% down from all-time high in the SPY. It's not really unusual. Usually every day in average, we get a couple of these really pullbacks. Let's see if Tesla can go to 266, then TSLL goes to 11. Anyone took the TSLL again with me? Let's pop up to 266. There you go. So we can get TSLL at 11. SMCI is, wow, SMCI is green now? 3.5%? Wow. What a volatility, just keeps going higher. I think it's kind of, the whole overall market is kind of moved together.
Just I shorted the SPY off the VWAP here for a VWAP rejection. I'm not.
Shorting.
Let's see. I only took one SPX contract. This might be. We'll see if this is a kind of a trade this turns out to be.
Yeah, guys, remember Phil is having today at 11 in the webinar room for all elite members about day trading options on a small account. So if anyone wants to learn day trading options on a smaller account, so that's a good webinar to attend with Phil. Okay, so we're getting to 10.99.11.
I'm out
Okay,
of it.
perfect. I'm partialing
Yeah,
now on
I'm out of that
TSL
trade.
guys. No, 4. That's nice. That 11.04. So that's Tesla is trying to, yeah, Tesla is continuing higher high and higher lows. So TSLLs continue going higher. And again, guys, if you don't know what TSLL is the 2 times leverage of Tesla on a daily on intraday. So it's much more capital efficient if you trade TSLL and NVDL if you don't trade options. Like all the funded account traders, guys, you can you can trade these ones to get a better profit for the. See if the Tesla can actually go above S4. Yeah, I had a really good profit on these TSLL.
You're liking those beta ETFs, eh?
Yeah, I mean I didn't know them until recently. Not all of them are good. Not all of them actually have liquidity, but this
Well, this
TSLL
is
and
the thing.
NVIDIA actually really enjoy them.
Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, there are a number of them, but like you said, that you've got to have like good liquidity in them to trade them. And obviously, Tesla and Nvidia are the um, one of the most actively traded stocks day over day. It also goes for options too. I think Tesla is the most Tesla and Nvidia are the most actively traded options, which is why it's decent to trade them. Because if you go to a weird stock like not weird, but I mean if you go to a stock that is actively traded, like we'll just like say Reddit, for example, you're going to get a pretty wide spread on the options. So it's really hard to trade. trade some of these stocks. Like Reddit's trading at 152.25, so the 122.50 puts are 545 by $6.60. Like that's a dollar spread. So I mean, if you have to get out of this thing in a hurry, um, you're gonna eat over a dollar in just the spread. Ooh, Apple went green on the day.
Yeah, I'm surprised that actually Apple has been. Oh, Avi's back. Avi did
Apple's
SPX
been
trades. Yeah.
Apple's like Apple's funny. It's been down when the markets went up, and now it's up and the markets are down. We're down. Cool. It must be a safety trade. I would have thought Apple would be down today just because more tariffs on China.
Yeah, I was reading that. What are the tariffs that the China is putting? It's not like in American drones, uh,
Oh, there was a
soybean,
bunch of
pork,
companies.
beef, fruits, vegetables. Not necessarily all the technology stuff,
No,
like
well
the
they're
tariffs that
big.
China is putting
They're
back.
big. Yeah, they're big consumers of grains like wheat and all the rest of that. So they can do that. They can decide not to purchase some of the American agricultural products. Plus, I think yeah, they put American companies on some kind of list. Can't remember what the name of it is, um, but it's not a good list to be on if you want to sell into China. Alphabet's actually gone green on the day. Hmm. Wow,
Um,
SMCI just over a week ago it was trading at 65. Now it's at 37.
yeah, it's just crazy.
My God, the humanity. Can you imagine
Humanity.
writing that one down?
Yeah, I can imagine. I've done that. So yeah, I have simple moving averages. So I have five moving averages: 9, 20, 50, and 200. So 50 and 200 are simple moving average, and 9 and 20 are exponential moving average. And it's very standard to have two exponential moving average shorter time frame, usually with the ratio of 1 to 1, like 9 or 20 or 7 or 15 or something, 10 or 20. There's no magic number, just standard. And two big moving averages, like 50, 100, or 200. 200 is very standard, so you should definitely have that. And I don't color code them because I can easily say which one it is. The one that is smaller is closer to the price. The one that can touch and kiss the price constantly is the smaller one. And then the 200 would be more far from the price. Um, yeah, so let's see the market is doing. SPY is trying to stay at near S4. Q's bounce from S4.
Yeah,
I'm still on TSLL. My average is at 1084, so I'm gonna get stopped out at the break
yeah.
even.
I would say we're above some moving averages now on my charts. So let's see if the Qs and SPY can stay there. Let's see what Tesla looks like. Tesla's again book is fairly bearish. Like you just have no orders to the upside or very few. You've got a big 260 order and a bigger 250 order. Remember we saw these yesterday. some orders to the downside. The Tesla kind of bounced a little bit, but as the day went on, we came down and picked these orders up. So, um, and if they don't get picked up, we'll see. I still think we might have another day. We may get another sell-off as we get in closer to the end of the day or through when the traders come back from lunch and they're all grumpy because their bonuses have gone out the window for 2025, maybe.
Yeah, very nice.
Now we got a lot of time to put in. Market could come ripping back
All right, so
at
TSLL is
some
coming
point.
back to my breakout point, guys. I'm getting a stop down on TSLL here at 1086. I had a good profit on it, even though the moves were small. But again, 15, 20 cents on something that is $10 is a lot. So I had a really good
Yeah.
profitable day on both Nvidia and Tesla. See, I got out of it completely. Let's see what the market is doing in the afternoon. It's possible that
Okay.
we continue the sell-off.
Yeah, we'll see. I've found that around anywhere between 12 and 1, the market starts to make a directional move. It's what it's been happening recently. So it breaks out of a range or breaks down from a range. So we'll be maybe keep an eye on that.
There is one thing for certain that Nvidia seems that is slowly finding a bottom because really didn't want to go much lower. Overall on a daily chart. The Wall Street Journal says
Right, let's see. Tesla just wanted to stop you out there. Well,
yeah, guys, remember that, guys. This is not the first trade war. We had this in 2017 and 18 too, and the market continued the rally. So don't panic. Don't do anything crazy with your large investments. So I know a lot of people have investment in the market everywhere, but remember that this is not the first time. We had it back in 2016, 17 and 18 too. It's too early to judge. Nobody really knows really the impact of these ones.
right. Or how long they're going to stay on.
Yeah, if you have a big position, like, I'm holding some VO position stuff, I don't touch them based on these ones. Like the active managing of these ones, just leave it for Warren Buffett. It's in the long term, American exceptionalism is something that you can never deny. So it's going to go higher. And these pullbacks are totally healthy for financial market. And that's why financial market is more difficult than real estate because you have volatility. real estate investment, it doesn't have volatility. And that's why people are
Yeah.
generally in the long term, they do better in real estate because they don't wake up every morning and check it and panic and sell it. But financial
Yeah.
market in the long term is the real estate.
Yeah. I mean, it's so much easier to buy and sell stocks compared to real estate. When you think about it, if you want to sell a piece of property, you got to fix it up, get a listing agent. They charge you an arm and a leg.
Do I share to a screen? Why do I share to a screen?
It's funny. I'm only getting half my feed on Tesla. I'm only getting
So
the bids, and you see the asks are basically they're not moving.
yeah,
This
Nvidia
bar
is.
should be moving up and down.
I would.
Nvidia
I
is
mean,
great
I'm
for
done
you.
with my day, but I would might take an Nvidia long here. It looks like it's squeezing above the VWAP. Again, I'm not trading anything. Yeah, Nvidia is squeezing above the
Again,
VWAPs.
I'd be
Yeah, Nvidia is going high. Again, I'm done, but Nvidia would have been a good long. Looks like Nvidia wants to go green.
yeah, made it through the VWAP.
Yeah, and the Qs are bouncing back. Yeah, maybe with volume too, like the squeeze, like order flow really changed on Nvidia. I was thinking of taking a trade on it, but I'm good. I'm not a greedy person. What else do I want from universe? Let's get some questions. Is there any question, guys, about trading? Zach is asking, does Brian have a coffee shop? Yes. Don't ask me why, but
Yes,
he's partner in a
it's my
coffee shop.
hobby.
Uh,
Yeah, don't ask me how much money it makes.
it's probably non-existent.
No, it's not. No, it's not bad. It's entertaining.
So Dave is asking why my put price is not moving even the price is down. So I think they might have a lot of time value in there. So the zero DTE options are super sensitive towards the price because they don't have much time value in there. But if you, for example, buy a put for 3 months from now, then it might not move as much with the price because there's a lot of time value in there. You can go at 11 if you are elite members, and Phil can answer a lot of these questions for you. Maybe take a trade and.
We trade
Um,
both we trade both options and stocks. I mean, Andrew's trading TSLL long. I'm trading TSLA. I'm trading puts and calls. I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, whether you're trading the stock or the option, you're betting on a direction, obviously. So, if I'm long puts, Andrew could easily just be shorting Tesla, that's the same trade. Yeah, coffee shop means weed shop. No, no weed.
the question is,
No.
Jan is asking at what one point you call it a day and stop trading? 0.5% for account, 1%. It's about 0.5%. Like today, I'm $49,000, which is about less than 0.5% of my account size. But more than that, when you're actually experienced trader, you realize that when is the time of the day that you have to stop trading. I know that by 10:48, I don't have much of a chance and much of a setup. And also, I'm experienced enough to know when I am mentally on a tilt and over trading and revenge trading, and when I actually see a good trade opportunity. Today is a little bit unusual because it's a very volatile day. So taking a trade like a 1048 is not super crazy. You know, you can take a lot of reversals. But generally, I know that after 10, 15, after the first 4 or 5 minutes, I really should really ease down. That's why we started joking, so going to laptop giveaway and that kind of thing, because it's just, I know there's not much to do for me.
Yeah. The
Um,
the options I trade when you're day trading options, you want to be it doesn't matter if you're in or out of the money. You just need to be close to the money. Um, so you could be a little above it, could be a little below it. Doesn't really make that much of a difference. You're just getting the best immediate move um, for the price you're paying. Like you can go further out of the money, further away from the price, and if the problem is it doesn't move as much when the stock price moves, at least initially, until you get closer to the price. But then you get a much better return, obviously, if you buy a really low priced option and the price does end up moving there, then it's get a much better return. But when you're day trading, generally speaking, most people just stick close to the money. Below it or above it doesn't really matter. And we get our beans from a roaster in North Vancouver. It's
the
called
question is,
the places. Yeah,
yeah, sorry, Ryan.
yeah. I was just going to say the
Go ahead.
Dude's Coffee House. That's what it's called.
Yeah, dudes. So another question is that somebody said I'm in Japan and I'm not allowed to use margin. So what can I do? One thing that you can do is you can go through these funded accounts that we have, and other people also have it. So it's the best way to test your skills. Again, I'm not trying to sell you anything. It's more like educational program. But if you can pass these funded accounts, that means then be worried about having a leverage and more a buying power. But most of the time, you can't really pass them, and that's a good thing about it. Obviously, the business model is that the more people come and they lose money, the firm that is offering you make money on that. For us, it's not like that. I'm not really looking forward to make money out of this. I'm trying to give a good educational, add on for you. I think it's, if you're I know in Europe, you're also not allowed to trade these leverage products. Our funded account, you can trade them and see, test your skill and give me a 3 months nice equity curve. Give me that. And then we'll chat about it, and I'll give you an account, or I'll give you a bigger funded account, or trade options in a small account, as Phil is doing, and now is at 11 o'clock. He has this trading on that. There was another really good question from people, was that how do you see things the most traders can't? You have an amazing skill for predicting the market. So it's experience. It's experience, after 10, 12 years, every single day. One of the things that I like about YouTube and communities that force me to trade it, because I love trading. I love coming and, finding this puzzle. But it comes with experience. Like poker players. Some of them are really amazing. Sometimes I go play with some of my friends, just from your initial betting, they know and the flop, they know what you have, and I'm blown away with me that they say, oh, you must have this. Like, it's the experience that they have. So it comes a lot of it experience. Like Brian and I have been trading together for almost now like 12 years. So you can't look at people who are this experienced and say, when you're at the beginning of the trading. Be patient with it. This is just a skill. That's why I'm a big advocate of part-time trade, and just get out. Go. Another day is another day. So you got to get these days in. So being there in the long term. Another question was that TQQ, the leverage products like TQQ are pretty good in the days like this. Like back in 2022, we were trading TQQ all the time. But now, when the market is the volatility in the intraday on the market overall comes down, then they are really choppy to trade, and you go in Tesla and Nvidia and everything. But if you start a bear market because of the trade wars, then yeah, they become super volatile to trade. Brian, do you have any comments about the skills that you have as a trader?
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you. I mean, it's it's putting in the time in the seat, really. I mean, it's just like anything else, like learning to fly a plane or uh, any other skill that you really need to learn, like being an electrician. You just have to. It's just a learned skill to read price action, and it's kind of, it becomes sort of second nature after a while. Just again, just like kind of like flying a plane. When you're first flying, you're all nervous, and you just you're trying to figure out how to control this plane. But then after you fly for a while, it just becomes second nature. And I'm not saying trading is as easy as learning and developing the skill to fly a plane, because sometimes you're with trading you're wrong, but and you don't want to be wrong when you're flying a plane. But anyway, yeah, like I said, it's just time in the seat and learning, developing a trading plan that you feel comfortable with, and then just trying to follow that plan the best you can. Whether it's trading rejections from VWAPs, or, trading rejections off moving averages, or, double tops, whatever, just develop a plan and stick with it. So someone asked me about how I determine my stops on options. Really, again, I don't necessarily look at the price of the option. I look at the price of the stock. So if I'm trading Tesla options, I'm still watching the price of the stock, because obviously that's going to affect the price of the option. And I know where my stop is going to be. Like, for example, if I trade a VWAP rejection from Tesla on Tesla, I know that my stop is going to be, if Tesla price starts to move above the VWAP, I have to get out of the option. So that's kind of, again, getting back to having a trading plan and knowing where you're going to stop out, where you're going to minimize your loss. And that kind of happened to me at the open on Tesla. I traded it off the VWAP. It did start to pull back, and I thought, okay, I'm in this is a good trade. And then it started going above the VWAP, and I thought, okay, that didn't work out, I'm out. So minimize your losses, maximize your profits the best you can. So hopefully that helps.
This is a chart that I want to show on. You guys can see my screen, and also Carlos, I think you're going to put it on YouTube. So a lot of people, the problem that we're having in the community is not to teach you how to trade, but to how not to go mentally on tilt. So if you see, this is the equity curve of trader 441. And obviously he didn't trade for 2 weeks, and then he started trading. And he really doubled his money in 3 weeks. And this is quite impressive. That's really, really, really impressive move. But look at that after what happens. And this is so common
Wow.
in our good traders. Um,
Just fell off the
um,
mountain.
yeah, it just fell off the mountain. And, this, for you guys, a lot of you focusing on this. But I think this part, majority of you, 90% of the traders know how to trade. The focus has to be on this and this drop. And that's what we want to teach you, and you have to go through this process. Obviously, this is a simulator account, funded simulator account, but you don't want this happen to your real account, because the tilt is real. I've seen it a lot. Again, if you continue doing this, then there's no point for you opening up a brokerage account. Why would you want to open a brokerage account? Just keep your money in SPY, VO, QQQ, and let this go up and down. But then you work on this chart. show me 3 months of a nice equity curve, and then we'll talk about if the problem is money or not. A lot of people know how to trade. It's just that element of psychology is super difficult.
Yeah, it's
Another thing
the,
that I
you
wanted
know,
to
it's, yeah. Yeah, it's just,
go ahead.
yeah, that's a good example. I was just going to say that's a great example of, probably someone who is feeling pretty confident about their trading. They were looking at their profits every day, and they got overconfident, and they probably got into a trade. Thought, no, you know what? I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna hang on here. It's gonna come back, and of course, 9 times out of 10, it doesn't, and that's what happens. You just blow up your account. One trade. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, nothing really. That was essentially my comments on that. So um, so Green is asking, do you short below VWAP or go long above the VWAP? The answer to that is actually for you, Brian. But the answer to that is how you define the trade book. Like, it's very important how to define the trade book. I, for example, want to go long below the VWAP and it's super extended from the VWAP. So it's a reversal. If it's trades a little bit below the VWAP, I try not to go long on it. If anything, I want to go short on that. But it's super important that how you actually define your trade, because um, it's very, very, very important that the rules that you put is for you. Like Brian and I, a lot of time are trading against each other, but our trade managements are different. The time frame that we are looking is different. Both of them are correct, and both of us make money at the end. So more than a direction, it's how you define your rules.
Yeah, again, it's how it's your trade book. I mean, my trade book, if a stock was trading below the VWAP downtrend, comes up to the VWAP, I'm probably going to short it at the VWAP. Other people might wait if their trade book is no, I'm going to wait and see if the stock actually breaks out and goes above the VWAP, then I'm going to go long. So my trade plan is to wait for it to get to the VWAP and play the VWAP rejection, or it could be a VWAP bounce if it's coming from on top. But again, it's and the reason I kind of like these trades, these levels, quite often are respected, and at the very least, I'm going to get on coming up from underneath. At very least, I'm going to get a pullback. I can take some partial profits and then hang on to see if it continues to go down. If it goes above the VWAP, I'm completely out. And that's sort of the trade plan. So again, you've got to come up with some trade plans that you feel comfortable with, and just rinse and repeat every day. Peter's an example, and then we've got a bunch of examples. Mike's an example. Mike Bear, an example. A couple of guys that they may not trade during the whole day. Peter often waits all day. Eventually, he loves this 1 to 10 trade, and that happens in the last 10 minutes of the trading day. So Peter may not trade in the entire day. He's just waiting for that one setup that's part of his trading plan. He does occasionally take a trade during the day, like he might take a double top. I know he has this mountain pass strategy that he likes. And Mike, again, same thing. Patience. A lot of our traders just patience, waiting for that setup. Call it whatever you want to call it. Call it crocodile trading. You're just sitting. Crocodiles don't hunt; they just sit and wait. Sit and wait for their meal to come by, and then they lunge at it. So that's what you kind of got to do when you're thinking about your trading. Not chase everything around that looks like it might be going up or going down.
One way of
All right.
to see the impact of patience is playing poker. play poker online or go with group of your friends, and then you soon realize that if you go all in or just go in every hand, then you're gonna be broke. What poker teaches you is the patience. You gotta wait on that. You gotta just have fun and joke and do whatever until that good hand is coming for you. And you would be amazed that the impact of patience on poker. So go for those of you who don't know how to play, just learn, and it's good. You can play it online with computers or just even by yourself. You can actually group of friends. It's a very very good practice of patience. Crocodile hunting. All right, so let's see. In YouTube, Avi and Paris, they're coming. Avi, what are you up to, brother?
Hey Andrew, all good, man. It's been a fun, wild morning, but a lot of
Were you
fun.
traveling yesterday? Were you traveling, Avi?
No, I
Not
wasn't
yesterday.
traveling. I had a nasty neck ache, and then the painkillers made me all foggy, and there was no way I could trade. So, yeah, not feeling well yesterday, but back today, back to normal, full strength.
Guys, see
So
that you
good
made
to
10 grand on SPX, which is very nice. Congratulations on that.
fun. Yeah, SPX and Amazon
Very
was
nice.
another 10 grand. So, happy today. Good to be back. Always
Yeah.
nice.
All right. Yeah, so I'm gonna hand it over the chat room to Thor. And again, remember, guys, for those of you who want to learn options day trading, Phil is having in the webinar room right now a mentorship session for a small account options day trading. So feel free to head over there,
Right.
and yeah, I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah. And if
All right.
you guys, if you're interested in options trading and you feel fairly confident with your stock trading, then or if you just want to learn about options, there's always my book on Amazon, How to Trade Options. If you want to check that out, it's under my name. So hope everyone had a good morning. Paris, Javi, both of you looking good.
Awesome.
And we'll catch everybody later. Bye for now.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Andrew. All good fun.
Brian.
You
Hey,
doing, Paris?
Avi. How are you?
Good, man. Sorry to abandon you yesterday, but I'm back.
Man, that's not good. Everybody missed you in the YouTube.
Oh dear.
I am nothing for them. They need Avi.
No, 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 no. They need your accent, man. That's what it is. I can't do that. Man, how's the day been for you so far?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Nice, nice. What did you short? Let me guess. You shorted Tesla today.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I wish I shot a Tesla.
Yeah.
Somehow I think I'm finding it difficult to short Tesla. Just because how much of love that I have on Tesla. But I traded long on Nvidia. I traded long Nvidia.
Nice. Wow. Squeeze that at the open, huh? Everything was going
Yeah.
down the open. I love it. Great job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what did you trade?
Well, I shorted Tesla, got a partial out of that, and I shorted Amazon and SPY, and I think I'm done for the year, really. So quite nice like that.
Really?
But yeah, no, it's been good. I gotta say, today was so complicated. I don't know. I couldn't read anything today. It was so hard. I think so
Mhm.
jumpy, so volatile, so volatile. But smaller size, risk management, and held on. So yeah, profit.
Very
But
nice.
yeah, the sports were fun today. Really, Amazon ripped down. The SPY is, I think the SPY is amazing. Really, you guys got to learn to trade the SPY. It is so complex, but when it goes, it goes. SPX options. Oof. You got to take a break for 4 days after taking one trade on the SPX. It's like that. Emotionally, it's a big deal. But nah, all good. A lot of my mentees caught Meta short this morning as well. We're trading together, so that was fun. Did all that. Yeah. Hey, YouTube, you all saying hi. Sid, AB, Tyson.
I'm not even on YouTube. Hold on. I didn't even see.
Gotta get on. My God, y'all got to stop coming up with nicknames. This Avinachi thing is enough. I'm still getting used to it now. There's 3 others right here in the chat. I'm like, what the hell, guys? Slow it down. Slow down. Anyways, yeah, so we had fun. Let's see. While Paris gets all hooked up, you can see the SPY here, guys. This was pretty neat. What I saw is the SPY is basically weak and in the pre-market consolidating just above a level. So I figured this could be a good breakdown from this 579 area. So watching it on the 1 minute chart at the open, it got really squarely up in this zone. But I think it was in this area where I took it short and then got the target, or I don't know where I got close to the target, something like that. So that was one. And then Amazon was very similar. Very tricky though, but similar again, consolidating just above, did a breakout in the pre-market. So I was thinking if it pops back up to retest where it broke out from, that's a short. And at the open, that's kind of what happened. It popped up and it was squarely at the open the first minute, but like 10 minutes, 6 minutes later, up in this area when it was weak at the breakout level, basically did the breakout, retest. The retest is where I got short. Very tricky to hold, but eventually got the target. Let me see. I'll show you that. And that was buying put contracts. So there it is. Getting short, really tricky to hold, but then getting partials, adding further for the rest of the move. So that was that one.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that worked out. Tesla was similar, but I couldn't survive the move really. Again, same idea. Consolidating looked like a breakdown at the open. It went up, not down. So when it started to break down here, about 950 is where I got short. Took a chunk of it off at this round number 265 and didn't survive the pullback. But can't complain with a partial trade. There it is. Tesla buying those contracts, getting a partial and getting out. And that was that. So a little scary, but fun. Gotta have fun with this stuff.
So do you put like orders beforehand on your stop out or something, or do you just take decisions at that point of time?
At the open, I'm watching it, but later in the day, when I know it's gonna take 30 minutes or 1 hour to go, then I'll go, make dinner, have food, do stuff. I'll leave these orders in place. And but yeah, the open, I'm watching it because I like to add in at times when I can get a chance to add in. It gets heavier. And
Yeah.
so that could be fun. And you want to watch that volatility at the open. If the momentum goes against you, then oof, gotta exit quick. So yeah, different times of day, different things to do. But that's that. Let's see what you did with Nvidia. If you care
Yeah,
to
I'm not
share.
sharing my screen. Let me see if I can.
Cool. And Tyson, you're gonna stick to that name? Oh man. Ah. You guys think you're watching a Hollywood show here? Look at what you're talking about in the chat. Come on, guys. I'm not in Hollywood. Neither of us are. Oh shit. Fun. I had to take the day off yesterday. My head was too foggy. There's no way I could focus. Painkillers were just get straight to your head. But it's good to be back. No more neck injuries, I promise.
What happened to your neck, though? What were you doing that you messed up your neck?
Can't talk about it on YouTube, man. It's I think it's just too much screen time. Too much screen. Just sitting at the desk or standing and eventually gave in. But it's all good now.
Avi's fans got him by the neck.
Oh no. You guys. Life is getting very dangerous these days,
I was thinking of something else.
I know you were. But all good, Yes, there is trouble to be found if you want to find it. Oh man.
Avi necky. I like
Uh,
that.
Here we go.
Okay, so I traded Nvidia, guys. At the open, you guys should be able to, not sure if you guys should be able to see my screen or not, but
Yeah.
okay, perfect. So at the open, There was definitely, you know, a bounce expected on Nvidia just because how extended it was getting on a shorter time frame. If you look at it on a shorter time frame, this was a very big sell-off from, close to from 124 to 114, close to a, 10% sell-off, and then it's gapping down, goes below 110, and starts to bounce from 109 and tries to hold the 110. So that's what I'm thinking, that if it has to bounce or if it has to catch on the trend, the a good bounce would be bounce from 109 to 115 right here and then sell off. That's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking about, because to catch up on the trend on the downside, either it bounces to 115 or bounces to 117. Those were the areas I was thinking, that it was bounce to 117 and then try to hold at these areas, and then maybe either want to sell off later in the day or maybe just step up and then even hold at higher prices. That's what my initial plan was. But just because of how extended it got at the open, but the risk reward was more on the long side than on the short side. And when in the pre-market, if you see, it sold off, pop back up, and now it's making higher highs right here. And now I'm on a long biased scenario. I was like, I wanted to go long immediately at the open, but I wasn't convinced, just because of the volatility it had. Like I genuinely wanted to go long right here. This is what the area is like. Okay, this is a perfect long. I should go like here, and very quickly it popped up. Usually what happens is it would pop up, and then this around 111, 111, 12, this would reject. And there were sellers who were trying to reject, and very quickly it would drop to the downside when there is a selling pressure involved. But I wanted more confirmation on why, uh, if it's gonna reject very quickly or is it gonna just hold it. And this first minute candle was a confirmation that, okay, this is gonna hold it. Now I'm not gonna chase it. I'm gonna wait for a pullback for if it gives me a better entry. And I waited for the pullback. I waited for the selling to pop up, and I was trying to see if the buyers are trying to step in. And that's when I saw that, okay, buyers are getting aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. And that's when I went long right here. I think Andrew also went long here. I think he went before me. Um, and uh, and yeah, and now then it's very quickly squeezed to the upside in a very short. And this is the volume that you're looking for. This is the volume, and I actually got my final exit at 115. 115 was the area that I was actually looking for the final exit, but I wasn't thinking it would go pop 115 in a matter of like 4 or 5 minutes, because I was thinking maybe 112 to 113.50, pull back right here, and then go another leg higher to 115. But on a very quick sensation, it went to 115, now sold off right here. Now I'm looking for areas to get back in. Usually what I do is I add on my position, but I was already all out on this. And then when I saw that the buyers are stepping up, I entered at 113 and I got filled at 113.50. And that messes up my, entire risk management. I don't know. I got a really, really bad fill, like a 50-cent slip on it. And I was like, I don't want to hold it. So I just completely got off of it. But this was my interior. Like this was a very good pullback to the VWAP play, and then looking for a continuation to the upside. And actually, I was thinking maybe if it holds 115 area around this area, it can go to 117. That's what that was my thesis or the plan was. But that's my trading on Nvidia. I also took one long on Tesla that I got stopped out. So I took one long right here, and at this point, I was like, okay, now it had a really nice bounce, popped up, now comes back down, comes to the opening range right here. This was back, and now it's trying to claim the opening range. I went long, the buyers were stepping in, I added more. It did pop up, but I was looking for a much, much higher move on the upside. And when it did not hold, I had to get out. So this is like where this is a trap I was stuck in a trap. They were trying to showcase that the buyers are trying to aggressive and squeeze to the upside, but it did pop and did not have that continuation, and I got stopped out. And this is where the extension comes in, where all the people get trapped and then it goes down and then holds higher and then continues to go lower. So that one trade on the Tesla, and then I took one on the SMCI as well. So SMCI, same thinking of Nvidia, and at the open, SMCI was a lot jumpier than the Nvidia. And at the open, I wanted to go long Nvidia and SMCI. The only reason I could not hold it was because of on the way it was jumping so much. And then, as you can see it, I missed the real move that came in later, which same was Nvidia. I'm happy that I caught Nvidia on that, but uh, SMCI would have been a really nice move just because it was too jumpy. And the reason I got in close to at 35, I got a 20-cent slippage again on this, and I don't like it. I like to get a better entry so that I'm always in the driver's seat on the trades that I take. So yeah, those were the trades, but overall a decent day to close it out, and yeah, nothing really else I traded.
Nice, nice. Love the risk management again, right? You know, you got into a bad entry and then just cancel the risk, de-risk it. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good, man. Good catch there too on that Nvidia, watching the volume and all that. Love it. Nice. Very, very nice. Cool.
Yeah, I usually, so Cam, there's a question. Yeah, usually I trade with the marketable limit order, and I usually give 10 cents, but a lot of times what happens is by the time you click your hotkey and the price jumps in and then it adds more 10 cents. So I got a slippage really bad on that. So, but it usually doesn't happen. It's like you are getting into a trade exactly at the point where it's jumping. Like the buyers come in and it jumps the price, and then you get a bad fill on that.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's a part of the game. You have to.
Yeah, you get bad fills, bad spreads, and at least my method on that as well. I trade options, so I'm always accepting a very bad spread, and I build that into my trade plan. So the RVR has to be big enough where it can absorb bad spreads and options commissions and all those sorts of things. So, you know, there's ways to work around it, but that's at least my method is make sure you get into good RVR in your trades. And if you're in a bad position again, you gotta de-risk. If you find yourself in a position where the risk is too high, then simply
Yeah.
de-risk. With
Yeah,
short
you
or
have to be comfortable with the trade. If
you
you
know.
do not feel comfortable, then like in this case, if you look at it, if I was holding this trade 113, looking back, it feels like okay, it popped up very quickly. But what if the stock came back here from 113.50, held this area 112.50, and this is like a $1 risk instead of my initial intention of 50 cents risk on this. So, your risk, you're actually losing more money than gaining it. And I could have easily cut my size down too, but I just didn't wanna like hold it at that entry. So yeah, that's sometimes you have to find that what you're comfortable with and what you're not.
Mhm. Yeah. You know, I tell you something that made me uncomfortable today was when I got into the SPY position. I took SPX options at
Mhm.
$60 per contract. I've never ever seen a contract so expensive. Most
Wow.
contracts I'm used to by $3 or Meta can be a $12 contract. And those are the kind of numbers I'm familiar with. I pulled up the SPX today. I'm like, I'm going to short this and it's $60 per contract. Like, now hold on a sec. I can't exactly take 50, 100 contracts like I would. This is that calculation was very interesting. Again, you're out of your comfort zone, but you know, keep it together, downsize it, and off you go. But yeah, there's a lot of things in the market that make you uncomfortable.
Wow, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was new. Cool. What else we got here? Lana, you want to know what I traded today? Again, I took the SPY short. You can see the breakdown here on the 30 minute. I took, oh, you'll see it on screen. I took Amazon short as well as a breakdown from this 201.50 zone, as well as Tesla was the same setup. All three were basically identical. So, a couple of good shorts. There you go. Cool, cool. What else we got? I'm watching the market now. I don't see anything, at least from my strategy. Things have basically stabilized in the last 40 minutes or so. Not much movement. Cam, you're thinking about ES for MES futures. MES is more easier. Yes, the futures contracts, in my experience, are less volatile, easier to manage than these 0 DTE SPX options. So yeah, I think the SPX options are the wildest thing out there, the wildest thing I've ever seen. But for that reason is why I get attracted to it as well. So, but again, I don't think you need to go seeking out excess volatility. You can do the futures, and futures are just fine. You can trade that in when the market's closed as well. So lots of advantage, lots of leverage. There's all that. It's all there. Roy, no, I'm not in any position. I think I'm not going to take any position today. I think I'm burnt myself out already this morning. It was pretty intense trading. So mental capital is depleted for the purpose of trading.
Yeah, and one of the things that Andrew was even mentioning this morning, right? You should know when to stop. It's a very, very critical skill. If you do
Yes.
not know when to stop, you would just keep making money, and the chances are very high that you'll keep giving back much more money to the market.
That's right. Know when to stop. And it's interesting. A lot of people, in the first couple of years trying to figure that out, the max loss per day and such things. And that's good and well. But once you're in this business for a little while again, you build your self-awareness and you realize that you should stop when you're exhausted, even if you did not hit your max loss per day or your target for the day or whatever it may be. If you, the trader, are not the same person who came at the open, because now you're exhausted, you had a couple of tricky trades, and now you've been sweating for a while, you got to stop. Go replenish your energy, come back tomorrow or come back in a few hours, whatever it has to be. But knowing when to stop has saved me from blowing up a few accounts. I'm sure a lot of people have that experience too. So know when to stop, whether you're winning or losing, knowing when to stop. Very critical. Deesh, I watch nowadays 9 tickers at the open. It's the same every day. It's the Mag 7 and AMD and the SPY. And that's it these days. But my strategy is also not incredibly complex. Therefore, I can watch multiple things. I'm not intensely looking to get into positions on everything at every place on the chart. It has to come to a particular level and make a particular kind of candlestick pattern on a 30-minute chart. So these things are kind of rare that they happen, right? So when that happens on one of my 9 charts, then I'll pay attention to it. And then I'll see if I want to get involved. So, but 9 for now, at least the way I do things. Lana, you like the recordings? Cool. I'm glad you like it. Good stuff. So that's right, guys. In Trading Terminal, we have all kinds of courses and stuff. So, lots of free material in there with the recordings, and BBT, of course, with just a $1 subscription, you get all the strategy videos, which are all bite-sized, so easy to absorb. You get a good feel for what we're doing here. And yeah, very, very useful. Diego, you want the Lambo? No, Paras got a Lambo, not me. Talk to him about that. Don't ask me.
Oh, I have a Lambo? Who's talking about?
Diego here in YouTube thinks there's a Lambo here somewhere. I'm putting it on you, man. No.
If I have to get one, I'm very happy with the Tesla. I don't think Lambo can do what Tesla can. I'm
Oh
very
dear.
happy with Tesla. I have
Nice.
no complaints about Tesla. I don't know this stock is going down for no reason, but Tesla is one of the greatest car technology I have experienced yet. So, man, imagine like I don't drive by myself anymore. That's as simple as that. I just put the GPS in and Tesla takes me.
I love it. Very soon we'll see you rolling around in a Cybertruck too, huh?
I don't like Cybertruck, to be honest. I don't like the design of Cybertruck, but But maybe some better design comes in, I'll go for the truck thing. But I'm a much bigger fan of the technology that Tesla has than the car. But again, it's like
Nice. Nice. Tesla, yeah, these
Cybertruck feels like it's like a refrigerator on road.
refrigerator.
I'm not a big fan of Cybertruck.
Yeah, fair enough. It's not for everyone. Oh man. The Tesla can go 200 miles an hour, just like a Lambo, but you don't have to drive it. It'll drive itself at 200 miles an hour. Wouldn't that be fun? You sit there and let it go. Oh man.
Yeah, Tesla seems like it wants to sell off. People did not like me in my comment on YouTube. Now it's like selling off. They want to sell more.
I see it. You're making it go. Oh, look
Guys,
at that.
the more you sell it, the more I'm gonna buy it. Trust me. This is a stock that is gonna rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm holding on a big picture portfolio. I'm a very big holder on Tesla, and that portfolio is not looking great. So Tesla is actually catching up to the long-term trend that I have it on my chart, which is like 260, 250 area. I think Nvidia is breaking out too. Nvidia is breaking out on the upside. There's some new volume coming in on Nvidia.
Yep, I'm seeing it. Everything's pushing right now. Pushing upwards.
So Tesla popped up too, but let's see. I think these are like these pops are you can't trust these pops. It's like sometimes these pops are just the burst like like a random burst and then they just die off. The only problem with these things is like you wanna see some more indications of continuation. And the volume is good. The volume is pretty much higher than the past 30 minutes, or rather 1 hour. That the 1 hour average is the volume has come in pretty nicely.
Things are moving.
Yeah, things are moving. Let's see if it holds. I think it's a good long. If it's a good long here, to be honest. I would long it. It's holding up nicely. The tape is the volume is good. The tape is holding the 112.50 area. Every single time it dips the 112.50, it just pops back up. Yeah.
Yep. I've also got a level right there. So it's an interesting zone.
Yeah, I think it's a long. Wow, nice. Up to 113. I think it goes to the PDC now. I think the buyers have stepped up and very nice. Anybody take that? The volume was very good on Nvidia.
Oh man, yeah, nice. Able to spot that with the volume and the pressure coming in with the buyers.
Very nice, JC Trader.
Nice. Some questions here in the chat. I'm gonna zoom, scroll up a little. Dalton, yeah, generally fixed risk for me. A little flexibility. Today I went smaller than most days, just because I found it quite tricky at the open. AB, Avi for president. No, thank you. President. Uh, Lee, yeah, I'm using these the 8 a.m. candles on the 30-minute chart. I'm just stuck on the 30 nowadays, so I'm not messing around with it. Matthew, the SPY touching the 200 EMA. Do you see it? Okay. Well, you can see where it found buyers or support around 270, 250. Is that your 200 EMA? That could be it. And, yeah, nice.
So 112.50 is doing a retest. That's exactly where we saw buyers previously, and the buyers stepped in again at 112.50.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go break 113. Very good buying pressure on the stock. There's a higher ask on at 113.2 on Nvidia.
You catching this, Paras, or not in it?
No, I'm not in it. I'm not in it. I am done for the day. I don't wanna
Yeah.
I don't wanna just get into that thing. I think
Mhm.
last a day before or something, I gave back some of my profits just wanting to trade in the chart, like the YouTube, and I did not like that once I was reviewing it. So if I'm done on the day, I'm not gonna trade anymore.
Yeah. Smart. Definitely smart.
But I think the more time it stays around this 112.50 area, the more time the less probability that it's gonna break on the high. But 112.50 area is definitely that buyer who is trying to hold that. Now I want, like, by now it should be able to break the 113. If that 113 doesn't break, then you know that the buying pressure is not there as that I want to see. So now it breaks 113. Very nice.
Mhm. Beautiful.
Man, this I love reading the tape, man. I just wish it's amazing how you can get so much of information out of it.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant, man. The accuracy you're able to acquire with the tape is amazing. Wow. Look at that. Got questions here in the chat. Mike, for positioning full account size. Oh, no. Mike, when it comes to position size, you want to look at how many dollars of risk are you willing to put on a single trade? All right. And that's based on where's your entry, where's your stop, the distance. That's your stop. And then you can calculate your position size based on that. So no, you don't just go full buying power every time you want to trade. I don't do that. No, don't do that. There you go. Nvidia. Look at that. Nice.
Damn, we don't trade on simulator, buddy.
Yeah. Who's doing sim trading? Who here
Yeah,
is sim
who
trading?
does some trading here?
Uh,
Yeah, these are live trades, buddy. Like, these are, like, if you look like chart, config area, and yeah, usually you have a trading account and a uh, live account. These are all live accounts, buddy. Okay, so Nvidia is popping up, guys. Nvidia is, I knew Nvidia is gonna pop to 114 now. So 114 is a very good area, which is the PDC.
Nice. Osper for swing trading and long-term positions. Yeah, I don't do much swing trading these days. I do have long-term stuff, and that's a totally different world. That's investing. That's like 5, 10 year pictures. That's different from day trading, of course. Hmm. Yes, Mike, please be careful with your account stuff here. You don't want to go full buying power. I see you're talking about that here. Please be careful. It's all about risk per trade. And especially up front, equalize risk per trade. It helps a lot. Identify what that is, what that number is, and manage it that way. Execute that way. Then you can actually manage the trade. Too big and you'll freak out. Too small, it won't matter and you won't do it properly. So you got to identify that for yourself. There we go, guys. We got the link in here now for the summit we have in Vancouver later this month. Just a few weeks away now. Oh boy. Click on that. That's fun. Can't wait to go. Can't wait. That's gonna be so much fun. Vancouver. Logan, you want to go through how to set up stop loss order in DOS and the directions to learn how to for options? Oh boy, that's a big one. All right, Logan, the best resource I can direct you to is actually within our BBT YouTube channel here. You can type in DOS and you get all kinds of information about how to use DOS and set up and stuff. Also within BBT, we have Brendan who does the DOS sessions. I think he does it twice a week. Where he really walks you through how to set it up, how to use it, what are the various hotkeys and features and things you may want to use, may not want to use, all that stuff. So it is complex, as in too much for me to go into right now and show you hotkeys and stuff. I don't think that's going to be productive here on YouTube. But there's a mountain of information we have here within BBT. Even we have the forum, and there's a lot of information in there too. And even within our BBT chat room, we have the room drive, which basically all of us moderators put in our DOS configurations and hotkey setups and various things in there for all members to be able to download. So you can download that if you're a BBT member, and off you go. You can use that. Test it, of course, in sim. Don't go live without testing hotkeys and such things. All that's very important. Andrew Klibus, how do you manage the trade? On the chart, well, what I'm doing is I'm watching the underlying, just like here, like Pars is watching Nvidia here. I would, if I wanted to go long here, I would have bought call options probably. And then I'm not really watching the options chart. I'm watching the underlying, watching Nvidia. If Nvidia goes to a place where to me the trade is no longer valid, as in I pre-planned that place on the chart, that's my stop. If Nvidia goes there, I hit the stop button and exits my call positions. And that's that. So I'm not watching options. Really not. I'm not doing options that way. I'm just going and watching the underlying. And if I think the underlying needs to go long based on a particular risk management, stop based on a particular level, I'll take that position. And if Nvidia here, like I said, goes back down through the level, loses what I thought was support, then hit the button, exit the position. That's it. That's how you do it. Chal, no, I don't hedge my long-term holdings. I don't do that stuff because my long-term stuff is very different. I focus on contrarian investing, deep value stuff. That stuff is like free options contracts anyways. It's extremely volatile, but it's something else. So no hedging stuff. Not for me at least. Nope. Interesting here on Nvidia. It got a pop that came back to retest 113, looking like those buyers perhaps are sitting at 113, still buying further up. Previously, the buyers were through 112, now through 113. Very nice. Oh man, Google did a huge pop as well in the same time.
Nvidia popped.
Look at that. I came out of nowhere. I was not watching that. Ryan, BBT training does not just focus on scalping. What you see in BBT is that there's many different kinds of traders. Like there's many different moderators and mentors, and everyone's got their own style. If you've seen Andrew, he's got his way of trading. You've seen Pars, he's got his way of trading. You see me, I got a different way of trading. And so what you'll get is exposure to all of it. And I'll often take trades late in the day where you have to hold it for an hour. That's not scalping, you know. We have Andrew at the open who'll go in a 1 minute ORB, and that is scalping the open. So it's not just focused on one thing. There's many different strategies in there. So you get all that exposure. That's why it's amazing. BBT has truly grown. It's a wealth of knowledge now. It's amazing. It's far more than, when I first started in 2019.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's the amount of information that you have is not even close to that was in the past. Like depending on whatever kind of a trader you are, whether you are a futures trader, whether you are a very beginner, you want to explore all the different categories, the futures, the options, the equities, the you will find someone who is, as either a moderator or a very experienced person who can guide you through that entire process. And I remember back in 2017 or something, 2017 or 2018, very early 2018s. Andrew used to like come every single day, every single night. And he used to like, he had those, strategy decided into 4 different sessions. And he used to take those 4 sessions every week and 1 day at a time. And he did that for, I think, more close to an year before all the other different, people came in. And yeah, there was only one day trading a strategy involved, or one day trading idea or equities involved during back in the day. But now everything is there. It's just your choice on what you want to look for.
Yeah, amazing, huh? It's really great when you get to look back and see like, wow, yeah,
And
how
yeah,
far it's come, just wow.
it's
Yeah, man. Lucky to be a part of it, really.
yeah,
Amazing.
and it's all for, if it's all for Andrew, that all everybody is here able to have that platform, and with all these people listening to us, it's the seed was planted by Andrew.
Mhm. Yep, absolutely. So funny, even now in Dubai, we have a quite active and large group of BBT members. It's quite funny. We haven't met up
Oh
this week.
yeah, I saw that picture. That
Oh,
was amazing.
yeah.
And you partied all night.
Oh my God, my neck hurts still. Yeah, yeah, very active group. It's amazing, really amazing. I keep forgetting that, we have many people online, but just, within a 5 minute drive, 10 minute drive, so many people too.
Very
It's truly
nice.
global. Yeah, truly, truly global. Fun. So cool. RLW, you're saying there's Google News, that's why it's going up. Okay, that would make sense. Google News. Andrew, you got a question about big size of options. When you see the P&L and it goes against you, how do you manage your emotions? That's a good one. So, Andrew, you got to understand that when you're trading, it's important you're trading price action and you're not trading the P&L. That's very, very critical. Now, if you find that watching your P&L triggers you into taking actions or influences your decisions, then don't expose your P&L to yourself. Just keep it locked or hidden away or whatever. Don't open it while you're trading. It's very, very important. And then when you get to a point, if you ever get to a point where you can expose your P&L and it doesn't influence your decision making, then okay, you keep it there on the screen if you like. But again, the most important thing, trade the price action, not the P&L. Most important thing, because that is actually a bit of a, well, that's the magic indicator, the P&L, really, because it'll trigger you into behaviors that you wonder later what the hell you did. That happens to most people. For the majority of my time in day trading over the years, I have not exposed my P&L just because I know it, yeah, it'll mess with you emotionally. So don't expose it. And later on, test yourself if you can trust yourself. Very important. Dean, Tesla long. Well, Tesla's already going up. I don't see a setup on it, at least for my style. But yeah, it's already on the way, approaching 270. I've still got a bit to go. Martin, you want to know how is BBT bootcamp? What do you mean BBT bootcamp? It's PCT bootcamp, P capital. Anyways, I know what you mean. Bootcamp is great because you get a tremendous amount of exposure very quickly and a lot of accountability, as in group sessions, teamwork sessions, all kinds of stuff. You're really pushed to, sharpen up and find your trading style, discover your trading style. And of course, you have mentors and like I said, the accountability aspect of it is very good. So yeah, I think it's a very good way to really, if you don't trust yourself, really get in there and get people to push you. And you'll get ideas, just networking, talking to people, showing up in the live trading sessions and the webinars and the group sessions. I think it's good. I think the exposure is excellent, and then you can kind of look at everything and figure out what you tend to be drawn towards, what style of trading, and then go ahead in that direction and dig deeper in that direction and develop your trading style that way. So I think bootcamp is really good. You don't get time to really be lazy. Again, I think a very good program. So yeah, give it a go. That's in PCT, Peak Capital Trading Bootcamp. Good stuff. There it goes. Everything's popping up now. Nvidia, Amazon as well. Oh, look at Google. My gosh. Something's going
Nvidia
on.
to 114.
Yeah. Everything. Nice.
Yeah, I think it's gonna break like a boss.
Yep. Wow. You guys want to see something really funny? I'll show you my screen here. When it pops up here on YouTube, I'll show you what price action can be good or how it can be good. Just give it a moment. Nvidia. I can't see it. All right. Look at the Amazon chart. It's really interesting. Oh, there it is on the screen. Here I got these levels, right? You can see where it bounced off at about 197.74. Going into the 1 minute on Amazon. It came from up to down and reversed near perfectly. Look at that. And you have approximately, I don't know, 10 minutes, not, I'd say 5 minutes worth of opportunities to enter this long position. Put your stop below it and just let it run. And this is one of those things you leave it alone for a couple hours and then it goes. But this is the kind of trading I do quite often. Very, very often. This one worked out today. I wasn't even looking at it.
Amazing,
But there you
bro.
go.
Amazing.
These levels or something. And then it just goes. Very nice when it goes. Meta looks similar, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, Meta, similar. Not ideal, but similar. Um, let's see, Tesla. Yeah, tricky to catch Tesla there. The SPY. Yeah.
So
Pretty good
Sick
stuff.
Ghost, you might I think you might need an elite level membership, if I'm not wrong. For the funded account. Banner, those are called Avinachi levels.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I'm not kidding. It's like so Avi has created his own way of plotting levels using the Fibonacci indicator. And Avi, you can show it on how you do it.
Yeah. So guys, what I'm doing really is I'm looking at this 8 a.m. candle on a 30-minute chart. Just mark the high and low, measure that distance, and then draw lines further up and further down on your chart at that same distance. That's really it. It's just measurements and use the measurements. But there is a Fibonacci tool within DOS, and Fibonacci has its own percentages, right? What I've done is I've taken the tool and I've reconfigured it and put in different percentages that essentially just give me equidistant lines. Because that's all I want with measured move, right? Just equidistant lines. And so because I took the Fibonacci tool and I repurposed it, now it's called Avinachi. So there you go. So not a lot to it, really. Fairly straightforward, and these levels tend to be respected. and you can trust them. Well, I trust them.
Okay, Nvidia to 114, guys. 114. It finally made it. Yeah, that would have been a really good trade, but it's all good.
Look at that. Nice.
Anybody
114.
who held it to 114? Yeah, now everything is bouncing. Everything is strong.
Yeah. On the move. Google doing a breakout now as well, based on the levels I've got. It really wants to go. Let's get more levels on this. There we go. Cool. Maynard, you want to know, is Amazon a good buy for the long term at this point? I don't know. I don't invest in such things, so I definitely cannot tell you. There's many ways to invest in swing trade. I'm definitely not a financial advisor. Well, can talk about different sectors. I can tell you about that maybe, but not this. 200, 201. I don't know. Yep, Neil, that's what I'm thinking as well with Nvidia. We saw Paras call that out. It's been $2 up since then. 115 is high of day. Nice round number. Even got a level just a little above that. So let's see. For now, we have it's putting in higher lows, which is an indication that the buyers keep stepping up. So something to think about. It's in an interesting zone now where it found resistance earlier in the day. So let's see what happens. Very interesting, just above 114. Lana, you want to know about Google with my levels? Okay. Here you go. I got Google up on the screen. It should pop up here in a moment on YouTube. That's what I got for levels. So through 170 at the moment. Let's see where it wants to go. JC Trader, no, I'm not trading right now. I don't have eyes for an entry anywhere. Amazon did that big reversal already. The setup was there about an hour ago, an hour and a half or whatever. Oh. Mr. C, you want to know about these lines? Very simple. Take the Fibonacci tool and reconfigure these percentages so that you get equidistant lines. I've just gone with every 33%. You can do every 25 if you like. Or hell, you can do minus 100, then 0, then 100, whatever. Those are just percentage numbers. What you're trying to achieve here is equidistant lines. That's all it is. You don't have to use a tool. I just use a tool. You can just draw it, using horizontal line, the horizontal line tool on the chart. You can do that on any platform. Lana, when do I set second levels? Well, I don't call them first or second levels. It's just levels on the chart. I can go up and down the chart for $1,000 up and all the way down to 0 if you want. I just put it on when the price action is gone. So example, on Google right now, it busted through. The most recent level was about 169.70, right in this area. And so I need to know what's the next level up. So just measure the distance. Turns out it's 171.71, which happened to be yesterday's pre-market area of interest. Look at that. That aligns nicely. So let's see. That's all. You just want to, make sure you have levels where the price action is.
Yeah, Nvidia going for the high of the day, guys. That would have been a really, really nice trade with literally 5 cents of risk.
Amazing.
Yeah.
5 cent risk, you catch $2 move. I mean, that's brilliant. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
RVR.
Yeah.
It's the way to
112.50 was the buyer. Used to.
very nice.
Nice, JC Trader.
So now is it the end of the bear market? Finally? Is this it? Again? Oh.
Okay. Nvidia is looking strong. Tesla isn't looking that strong on the tape. Tesla still looks like there's a lot of fight happening between buyers and sellers. Nvidia is like the imbalance is very dominating on the long side for Nvidia. It rejected the 115, but now I think it holds the PDC and then continue to go higher. So SR71, there's a course on Trading Terminal that you can get exposed to on tape trading. So check that out.
Gotta say, guys, a very, very good course. I took Paris's course a couple years ago. Very, very thorough and detailed. Everything you need to know about the tape, that's where it is. Cool, guys, and that's noon on Tuesday. So hope you all had a good one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure to come join us in Vancouver. Always gonna be a blast. Thanks, Paris. Thanks everyone on YouTube. Take it easy, guys. Talk to you tomorrow.